afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon, everybody. I think the camera's working now. It just was a bit funky to begin with. I hope we're all well. I hope we're ready. Once again, back with the Nico Hulkenberg career mode. We've got Daman, we've got Yusuf, we've got Dart, we've got Bradson, with Bois to kick us off. Tobster as well. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully we can try and rewrite the wrongs of Australia. Let me just quickly do that, I believe. There you go. I moved it by much, but hopefully it means my face won't end up behind pedal cam. But yeah, I hope we're all doing very, very well. I hope we're ready for what will be a slightly longer race today, I guess. Obviously, because we've got the sprint weekend as well. So we'll wait and see as to how we get on. Mr. Bernie, welcome on in. I hope you're very well. Oh, I need to try and remember before I forget. Actually, I'll double check that the short format stream's working. I've always got to double check the short format stuff because I'm always worried that I will break it. There we go. I think we're good. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Has Matt212 watched episode 3 of The Rookie? Don't hold me to it, but I think she's seen all of them. I think. But I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to ask Matt212 about that, rather than me. Yeah, the IRL Audi livery is mediocre at very best, and honestly, I think that's high praise for it. So that's a real kind of shame to see. I don't think the Audi livery was that nice. So obviously, I'm sure when we do get a mod for it in the game, I will probably implement that into this career mode. But I'm fairly happy to keep running kind of the standard one. That obviously we've used for episode 1 yesterday as well. Welcome on in, Chef. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome to the stream. It's not an easy transition for controller to wheel, but you will steadily pick it up. It does take a little bit of time, but it is way more fun in the long term as well. So would highly recommend. Would highly recommend. So, because obviously we had, spoiler alert, we got a DNF yesterday, we now cannot get the required amount of top 10 finishes over the course of this season. We can still get the podium finishes, we can get the championship points, and we can get the championship top 5 as well. So, obviously, if I want to try and get Hulk to 99 rated, it's going to take a little bit more work. Amir, welcome on in. Paula as well, welcome. And Sosa. It's not great. It's not an awful F1 livery, but it's not a good one either. Let's not beat around the bush here. It's also the worst of the 4 we've had so far. I reckon it's a solid 5 out of 10. But that's it. I don't reckon it's nothing I think we're going to look back at particularly fondly or anything like that. Part 2 of Matt's week of hell on F1. What will fail this week? The engine, the DRS, or the driver? Only time will tell. I've had better game default liveries. I think we all have, Kirk. Even the old one that was in the F1 game, I would argue, was better than what Haas have given us. Tom, welcome on in, buddy. I want to get into MotoGP more this year. I don't know, when is the first race of MotoGP this year, chat? Is it around the same time as F1? I feel like it's slightly before F1, but I could be wrong. Because I want to sort out TNT. MotoGP 2026. Let's have a look. Thailand is... Oh, the end... Yeah, so slightly earlier than F1. Wait, then there's... Oh, no, there's not a month off. Ignore me. They just do their calendar in a weird format. So it's Thailand, then Brazil, then the US for the opening 3 rounds. End of March, and then... Oh, sorry, the end of Feb even, and then the start of March. So my ranking for the liveries so far would probably be Haas, Red Bull, V-Carb, mainly because of the rims, Audi. That would be where I'd rank the 4 liveries we've seen so far. Of course, we've got Mercedes as well. That's tomorrow, and then not Audi, Alpine and Ferrari even on Friday, isn't it? I believe. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Welcome in, Alan. I hope you're doing well. Xbox Developer Direct tomorrow. I guess Forza Horizon 6 will be in that, but nothing else that I'm particularly excited for. So we'll wait and see. We finished P2 in the Daytona 24 Snapdragon. I like to do both. Sometimes I do a driver career mode, other times I races myself inside the game. For this series, we're Nico Hulkenberg, though. So, how much R&D? I've only got 200 R&D. We're still waiting on more upgrades to come in. So, that's going to take a bit of time. But we are getting steadily some upgrades onto the car, which is reassuring. So, I don't believe we've got any more. Yeah, we haven't got any more coming in before this weekend. So, we'll wait and see. Have I cleared enough space today? I hope so. I think I have. I haven't recorded much so far this week, so I should be good. Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you, Alan. Right, are we ready to roll the intro then, chat? Because obviously it's a long weekend here. We've got a lot of racing to get through, so I think we'll get on with that before I forget. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome to round 2 of season 2 of our F125 Nico Hulkenberg career mode. Yes, we return this weekend out at Shanghai, of course for the Chinese Grand Prix, our first sprint weekend of season 2. If you missed out on the video that went live a few days ago from Albert Park, Australia, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. Chaos is probably the best way to describe it. And after I made a mistake and deleted all of the upgrades on the car, apart from durability, the engine blew up anyway. We had an ICE failure to kickstart the campaign, not the way Audi would have wanted things to go on their debut in Formula 1. But luckily for us, Big G did score a point though, so Bortoletto still meant that the team were able to score. But it means that, yeah, we are still last in the Drivers' World Championship. Red Bull lead the way courtesy of a Max Verstappen P2 and Lance Stroll in P6 last weekend. Lando Norris, though, claimed the victory to kickstart his World Championship campaign in the best way possible. Ferrari looked to be pretty quick as well, so I think we're going to see a lot of surprises over the course of this season. If you're new, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, make sure you drop me a follow over on Twitch as well. We're trying to hit 10k over there. But yeah, without further ado then, let's return here to China. Wonderful chat. Yeah, I shadow around my own car, which is a bit of a shame. What on earth are some of those bits donations coming through? Matt's intro will catch fire just like his engine. What on earth are you guys donating bits for? That's scary. Hexa, thank you for the follow though. I appreciate it. Standings, there you go. So Norris leading, and then Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc in your top 5. Your shorts always start with the same intro with the same facial expression. It was funny when I looked for a setup. Yeah, they do often. If I'm doing like the setup shorts, because they're basically like a really small video. So yeah. Audi in my team is a good idea. Although I guess then that's a bit weird that you've got Audi and Sauber inside the game. But I guess it works. I guess it's quite cool. Hey, welcome in, Mittels. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Chat, why? Changeable conditions in China is always carnage. Oh, no. Let's have a look. What's it saying? Oh, it's dry to wet? That might be alright. To be fair, we might not even actually get the rain by the end of the afternoon. Sprint race as well, unless we get a couple of red flags, it looks like it's going to stay dry throughout that one as well. But yeah, that's a little bit of a shame, but it could be a whole lot worse. Last season's race here was utter carnage. So we'll wait and see how we get on this time round. We've still got the worst car on the grid, though, at the moment. So we need some R&D. Posts on Matt212 Retro, I believe, are going to go live Friday.
Hello and welcome to Free Practice 1
I'm looking forward to it.
International Circuit.
Just double check I'm muted telly. Wonderful.
An imposing
Georgie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Again, chat, I keep going on about it at the moment, but we are like 120 followers away from 10k on Twitch. Matt212, please hit a follow over there. I don't think we'd hit it today, but it would be great if we could get one step closer. So please, if you are enjoying the stream, consider supporting me by dropping a follow over there. Right, Shanghai though, I feel, once again, could be a bad track for this car. Because you have to run the setups quite compromised here.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Right, I'm gonna strip out some of the aero. So I'm gonna we'll run 30-24, see how the car feels early on. So we'll go like that, I think. That should work. That'll be alright. We'll give that a whirl, see how it feels. Stocky, thank you for the follow, buddy, or Stokey. I appreciate it. Short quali, please. No, full qualifying. 81 Oscar Piastri, thank you for the follow. I've put a new ICE in the back of the car, but apart from that, I haven't changed anything else out. There's no need this early on in the season. I'd rather keep more components in the pool. Thank you for the welcome on in. Sorry, buddy. I hope you're well. Keep up the grind, Pookie. I appreciate it, Kez. I hope you're well, sir. Yeah, the IRL Audi livery, I honestly think I prefer this one that we're running in game now. Whoa! Okay, there's no grip on the circuit. Yeah, the IRL Audi livery is a bit of a stinker, personally. It might look better from, like, this camera angle. Maybe. But silver and orange is a brave combo. That hasn't really paid off. It's also, as I've said before, the fact they've called it the R26 as well seems so just bad choices. Obviously, because that's Fernando Alonso's 2006 title winner. So the fact they've gone and called it that, to me, seems a bit wild. Because obviously then, when it inevitably, most likely won't win a title this year, it'll look a bit silly. Oh, you're going to need popcorn for this weekend. Shanghai could be a brutal, brutal venue. So, fingers crossed we can keep it clean and tidy. I reckon we're going to be in contention for points, but we'll see what the weather does in the main event. I think, depending on when that rain arrives, will either really, really help us or absolutely screw us over. And how heavy it is when it arrives as well. Because that can have a big ramification as well on proceedings. Well, apart from all the slip sliding down at turn 1, the rest of the lap so far has actually felt pretty good. So, not going to complain too much about that. Out of the final corner, it is going to be... That should be a purple, surely. Yeah, there we go. Comfortably purple score. Yeah, please nobody redeem the sunglasses. I could really do without that today. And any news regarding the F126 DLC? I would have thought there won't be any historic cars or anything like that. They might do a couple of extra reverse tracks, but again, I don't really know. I honestly think people are overhyping what the DLC is going to contain. It is going to be just literally, I would have thought, the cars. And a couple of other little tweaks and changes. I don't think they're going to do anything crazy with it. I don't think they're going to... Honestly, I don't think they're going to put that much effort into it. Because they'll be focusing on F127. Hey, welcome in, Charlie. I hope you're doing well, buddy. What about the new Red Bull livery? That does look quite good. I'm a fan of that. Right, oh, we're on softs already then. What program is this? ERS or tyre? ERS management. That should be okay then. We'll try and just gain a load of time early on, and then try not to lose much of it down the back straight. Oh, it's so tricky out those first couple of corners when there's no grip on the circuit. Hey, welcome in, Repo. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Nice one.
Yeah, luckily there's no quali
neat
sim
way
this
to
weekend.
recharge the batteries
I
by
should
lifting
always
at
select the
certain
hards.
points when you feel you can, and by gentle braking. Try those this lap and see how you get on. And if you want to make the most of those gears, engine braking will also put some juice back into the battery. Combine all these techniques and see how you go.
Yep, stop waffling, Mark. Leave me alone. I know what to do. He says, losing his voice. I would have thought there might be a couple of small tweaks to the way the cars handle, just because obviously the cars will be very different, but don't expect it to be that great. Like, I just don't think it's going to be particularly... They might surprise us, it might be quite a good DLC, but I'm just not holding my breath, basically. I think people are hyping it up that it's going to be, like, game-changing and basically like a whole new game. And that's the whole reason they're doing this, is that they don't develop a whole new game. Oh, there we go. Made back up some time through the final couple of corners. And the final turn, even if it's just a green score, I guess we'll take it. Yeah, only green. That's a shame. It's okay, but it would have been nice to get purple. Oliver, thank you for the follow, mate. I hope you're well. You cannot download mods for Xbox or PlayStation for F1. You can only get mods on PC. K1 is available. I guess not anymore, because we're not... Well, I mean, technically we have got a Ferrari engine. But obviously we're now Audi, so mode K1, that shouldn't be a thing. We shouldn't even have the Lyco chat. How crazy will that be? Oh, God, the understeer through that final corner. That's going to be lethal. Right, so I think straight line speed, actually, we seem to be pretty competitive running slightly less wing. It will just be how well we can look after the tyres. Basically, we're just going to be hanging on in there through some of the corners, especially like these really, really slow ones. It's going to be really difficult. Hey, no worries, La Hangman. Something will have to have gone disastrously wrong if we're wrapped up in an hour. If we're not live in an hour, then I'm really concerned. Hey, I was too busy reading chat. How did the back end break free there? Did I just flick it in too much? I was too busy looking at chat. No, back end just gave up. I think we got out on the bumps. That's alright. Oh, I did have ERS enabled as well, I think. Whoa. Nope, this car's just lethal through there on... Right, we won't be using the soft tyres this weekend, it would appear. Right, go down to 6th gear, try to keep the back end in check. That's not ideal when you factor in the fact this is lap 1 of the stint. But the soft tyres don't work at Shanghai, they never have done. Gotta be careful, yeah. Literally, after about 3 laps, the medium becomes the tyre you want. And I think we've done, effectively, 3 laps on these tyres so far this session. Ugh. So I had to walk Dog212 this morning, chat, in what can only be described as a literal storm. Like, I'm pretty certain even she didn't want to be out this morning, which is quite rare for Dog212. But it was raining sideways. At one point, we almost got blown over. I had to jump over what is never a river, that suddenly this morning was a river. So that was not good fun. I don't have a set of mediums. This is, because it's a sprint weekend, we've got like 1 set of hards and 1 set of softs for practice. It's really stupid. But honestly, we may as well use the softs now, because apart from this and qualifying, we're not going to touch them all weekend. Unless something goes catastrophically wrong. Like, I understand why you are tyre limited. It's actually quite realistic. The fact you've basically got access to no tyres in practice. But it does still feel a bit stupid. Hey, welcome in from Australia, Charlie. Come on. Where's the nose going? So bad. Maybe this car isn't going to be so fun around here. I don't really want to put any more downforce back on it, to be honest. The downforce figures have actually given us some decent competitive speed, so I just need to get better at driving with less downforce on this game. Twitch sucks. This is the Fanatec Formula V 2.5 X wheel, not Moser. But the KS Pro wheel does look sick. That's the new one with the screen on it, isn't it? That thing does look incredible. Hey, welcome in, Nick. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Is this game available on my iPhone 6? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't searched it up recently. I mean, I guess in theory, I don't know whether an iPhone 6 would support, like, the old, what's it called, like, the Xbox thing where you can play, like, stream games to your phone? Like, Xbox Now, is it, or something? The KS Pro wheel is better than the KS wheel. But it's also newer. And more expensive. Oh, it's so bad through that. I need to get race labs up. I mean, you guys can obviously see my pedal cam, but I'm having to be so careful with the inputs. And this is only free practice. I guess free practice is probably the worst of the weekend. Just because there's no grip. Like, it is quite funny that it simulates that on this game. That obviously you go out for free practice 1 and the circuit just has nothing down on it. But it's still so weird. But I think we're gonna smash out all these programs though, which honestly I'm quite happy with. Shanghai is normally lethal for them, but luckily we've got 3 fairly easy programs. I think I had F1 Mobile back in the day, but I'm pretty certain you can't even access it anymore. I don't think it wasn't awful by mobile game standards, but it wasn't that great either. If I remember correctly. Right, anyway, out of the final corner, it is gonna be... There we go, purple. Wonderful. I think, was it F1 2016 was on mobile, I want to say? I think it was 2016. They brought out a mobile version. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't that great. So we got purple, purple, green then, chat, which I think honestly is pretty good going. I might just up the wing a tiny bit. I need a bit more rear end stability, don't I? So we'll go 31.25. I'll make sure I get race labs up as well before I forget. Monoposto, I've never played it. Yeah, F1 Clash as well, I always see adverts for, but I think I played it once and it was terrible. So, no more F1 Clash for me. Genuine question, why the gloves? It's basically to protect my wheel. So, as you might be able to see kind of on the edges, is made of like a leather called Alcantara. A lot of people think it's like to protect my hands, it's not. Obviously, if I'm racing, you know, like for example at the weekend, with a couple of my buddies, I did a 24-hour race. Obviously, when I get, like, sweaty and stuff, it'll wreck the wheel. So, I mean, I've had this wheel now for about 5 years. There's a little bit of wear and tear. There's a bit more kind of peeling off of it. But if I didn't wear gloves, it would have been destroyed, like, years ago. So, yeah, it's to protect the wheel from me, rather than vice versa. But they do look cool with my logo on them as well. Although these ones now are getting quite worn out. You can use karting gloves with a wheel as well. You get a similar effect.
What an incredible practice session that was. But the fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again.
Big G again going quicker. Okay. Right then, chat. It's time for predictions. Where do you think we're going to qualify ready for the sprint race? If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick. Number 1, come over to Twitch. You can bet some noggins. Matt212. Or second, let me know in chat where you think we're going to qualify. Wonderful. We've got Hulkenberg's experience stat back up. I reckon once again we're going to be there or thereabouts for the fight for top 10.
Welcome along to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen, where it's Chinese Grand Prix weekend. But before we can race, we need to...
Hey, welcome in, Fisk. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Going to take that coveted pole position. How will our grid
yeah, I
line
wouldn't
up?
worry
We're
about
about
running
to
gloves
find
with a
out.
Logitech G29.
Welcome to qualify.
You only really want it on kind of the more high-end wheels, to be honest. It completely depends on what your wheel's made of, to be honest. Carl, welcome on in, buddy. I hope you're well.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Yeah, G29s are kind of built like tanks. I think that's why a lot of people use them, is they do tend to survive quite well. So, obviously, yeah, every session is basically one shot. Especially around Shanghai. You just won't get the tyres to last 2 laps. So, we'll see what times everybody else is running. And then we'll head out there. So, what's Bortoletto done? Bortoletto's done a 1:33.3, so that's kind of what we're aiming for. I'll wait for the track to get quite quiet, and then we should be good. PJ, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Race tyre pressure to the max is not the meta on
And we've been
F125.
pushed down to P20.
If you want some setups for F125 for races, Matt212 setups over on YouTube. The place to go. Right, so there's a few cars out there, but not too many. I want to give myself a little bit of time, just in case. But, like I said, we're aiming for like a low 33. We'll see what we can do, though. Obviously, you only really got one chance, so I've got to make sure I get my eye in nice and quickly. Don't get done for track limits, otherwise we'll be in trouble. Well, we won't be in trouble, I'll be out. Oh, come on. Rotate. Does definitely feel a lot better come qualifying. Definitely a lot more grip in the circuit, which is nice. And obviously we're not on a set of soft compound tyres, so it sounds kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? But they are terrible on this game. Nice and tidy up the hill. 7th gear flat? No, I'm going to bring it... Oh, I'll bring it down to 6th, and it's still trying to break free on us. Even with a little bit of extra rear. I think that's just Sauber, though, on this game. Or Audi now, I should say. But like I said, we don't need a world-beating lap. We are 7/10 up on Albon by the end of Sector 2, so even with that little wobble, we're still looking pretty good, aren't we? But obviously we tend to lose a bit of time in Sector 3. Nice smooth throttle control out into the back straight. Make sure I keep enough battery, though, ready at the final corner. But we can afford to use quite a lot of it, though, down the back stretch. 210 miles an hour on the anchors, 100-meter board. Whoa, missed the apex. Terrible line. We should be able to recover some of that back on the exit. Albon's done a 34.3. I'm hoping we're going to be around the time set by Bortoletto. Out of the final corner. Quick blast on the run to the line. 33.3. Well, not identical, but within a tenth of what Bortoletto did. I said I was aiming to be as quick as him, and we pretty much are. I'm not really into football, no. I will watch, like, the World Cup and things like that, but I don't watch football regularly or anything like that. Although United beat City at the weekend, didn't they? If I remember correctly. So half a tenth in it between Big G and myself. Although the car's meant to be terrible, I think the upgrades, some of them have carried over. I think we've still got a bit more pace in the car than we should have. I will try not to bottle it. No promises, but I will try not to.
Qualifying, plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow.
Croft is lying, chat. That's not the end of qualifying. Verstappen fastest, though, ahead of Piastri. Hamilton as well. Charles Leclerc just going quicker than Lance Stroll. But, I mean, look at that again. Lando Norris down in P12. Russell, down in P14. Colapinto again makes it through, though, at the expense of Fernando Alonso. Albon out. Ocon out. Isaac Hadjar and Jack Doohan all out in Q1 then. So, once again, yeah, Colapinto 15th. Alonso P16, so the Spaniard not having a particularly fun time of things early on. But we are definitely in the fight for Q3 once again. Big G hasn't out-qualified me yet. How do you get the Audi? It's not a new update, it's a mod for PC.
Alright, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Right, again, limited time in the session, so we'll wait and see what others have done. We'll try and see if we can go quicker than Bortoletto this time. What will Big G run? 35! Oh, right, Big G's out then. Good heavens, that's a terrible lap time. A 30... How does he lose 2 seconds? Yeah, the Audi livery is mediocre, Cam. Absolutely shocking. Weird to see Stroll not in 20th. He out-qualified Max yesterday. Lance Stroll, over 1 lap, might be the greatest thing since Ayrton Senna this season. Out-qualifying Max Verstappen in that Red Bull. Didn't outbeat him in the race, though, so... Right, anyway, let's just try and basically do what we did in Q1, just hopefully with a bit more speed. I think we're going to need a 32, probably, to see us into Q3, but we'll wait and see. I never quite know what line to take through turn 1. Do I allow the car to kind of roll out a little bit earlier? Do I try and cut back in? Do I hug the apex and try and just take the literal shortest distance? I never know. That felt pretty good, though, through the first sector. Just like not locking the fronts as well in a lot of places. Not locking the fronts, not getting wheel spin, and trying to hang on to the car through here. 7th gear wide open. She's finally got the grip. That's good to know, ready for Q3. I don't want to have to blend out through there unless I absolutely have to. Qualifying's complete, though. This will be our only run. So we try and get the power down. How are we looking by the end of Sector 2? 7/10 up on Behrman. That's reassuring. But again, we tend to lose a bit of time through Sector 3. Oh, a little bit of wheel spin. Get on that ERS nice and early, though. Carry the momentum down the back straight. So important that you get a good run out of there. But we did use the battery pretty much perfectly in Q1. So I've got to hope I basically do the same in Q2. Much better line down into the hairpin. A little bit of wheel spin though on the exit. One more corner to go. Don't get done for track limits. Oh, nicely done. Up to the line. 33 flat. Is that Q3? I hope so. Yes! Wonderful. Oh, Shanghai, yeah, for so many years was a pad track. Sorry I missed him. Yansor and Lewis, thank you for the follows. AI is set to 110. I only ever run 110 on this game.
And that's it for spring qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Well, there we are. Verstappen again ahead of Piastri and Lewis Hamilton. This time around, though, George Russell, Lando Norris ahead of Charles Leclerc. So both McLarens, both Ferraris, both Mercedes, both Red Bulls through. And myself and Pierre Gasly into Q3. Sainz missed out in the end by about 6/10. So Gasly and I really did get a good job done. Behrman, yeah, decent effort by him, I guess. Lawson, Colapinto, and yeah, Bortoletto had an absolute stinker. Did go back out, but ultimately, yeah, not a chance. If you can't get the first run hooked up, you're always in trouble. Hey, welcome in, Matt. I hope you're well, buddy. I had tuna sweet corn rolls today. They were nice.
Okay, radio check. Radio check.
Although the rolls were quite old. Is it going to rain? It's rained, eh? Since when? Right, do we just want to get out there? I was not expecting rain. Yeah, we need to get out there. We need to go. I might put 2 laps of fuel in. There was no rain predicted or anything for this session. How on earth has that happened?
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Tuna sweet corn is chef's kiss. I don't use any assists either. Ham and cheese, though, is an iconic combo as well. But you got to make sure the cheese is nice and thick. It can't be on fire. It's got a Mercedes engine in the back of it now. Right, so I've got no idea kind of how this is going to go now. I was not expecting this ready for Q3. But I think on our slightly lower downforce setup, we might be in trouble. Here's my top tip, though, chat. If you want to try and do well in these kind of sessions, rather than take the normal line, because obviously track's getting wetter and wetter, take the short circuit. You'll invalidate your outlap, but it doesn't matter. Wonderful. Oh, yeah. So all that knowledge I gained about whether this will be flat out or not is immediately gone out into the bin. Do I push on the first run, or do I try and push on the second run? I guess we could probably do 2 laps. I could do a push, then an off, then a push again. That might work. Yeah, I don't run steering assists on this game. Name an F1 driver for an edit. Julian Palmer. My GOAT. 2017 Singapore Grand Prix, he cooked. We love a good food, chat. Yeah, I think we've got to go first time round. Make sure I got a full charge in the tank though. But I mean, just like we saw, was it last 2024 even? I think when we saw a crazy qualifying session here. Maybe we can spring a surprise once again. Hulkenberg with a new Audi team. 2 top 10 appearances in qualifying for 2 so far. We'll try and keep that streak going for as long as possible. You just don't know when you tip the car in whether it's going to find grip or whether it won't. So we've just got to try and dance around the unknowns. Oh, a little bit of wheel spin there. That was alright though. The first couple of turns. Purple. And a huge lock-up down at the hairpin, but we still got it slowed down. I don't know. I feel like we have closed in on that McLaren a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong, but... Right, this will not be flat out anymore. Try not to get up on those curbs. But just try and be smooth with your inputs. Allow the car to rotate. Oh, that was not great out of there. We might be able to have enough battery just to go for another run immediately. Purple Sector 2? Where is this speed coming from? Could Audi be on pole in just their second ever Formula 1 Grand Prix? That would be a story for the ages. Come on, get the power down. We're going to drain loads of battery now. Manning and Daniel, thank you for the follows. I mean, if this goes purple, Hamilton's on a 47.2. But we are purple Sector 1. We are purple Sector 2. Surely... Oh, there you go. Russell goes a bit quicker as well. Surely this is not about to be a pole lap for Audi. Out of the final corner. Oh, a little bit of a wobble. Piastri does a 46.7. We do a 46.4 to the top of the pile. And I reckon it is a question about trying to be last car on a run then. So, yeah, look at that. Leclerc's gone even quicker, annoyingly. So I think we're going to see other drivers improve more and more. But I reckon a second run then, maybe the track's just finding a bit more grip. Maybe, just maybe, there's a bit more out of it. I need to save fuel on this lap. But I don't think the AI will have time to go for another run. We most definitely will. So... Oh, I've destroyed one of the braking boards. That's not useful. So, no one's gone any quicker, though. At the moment, we're on for a front row start behind Leclerc.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel.
Cadillac has not been added to the game yet. This is just a mod. Right, we've just got to make... Yeah, I've definitely got enough fuel to go for another run. We're just on preserving fuel this lap. Try not to scrub out too much temperature from the tyre. But also, obviously, try not to load it up too much either. Come on. Potato with the primer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, buddy. I hope you're well. So we need to find half a tenth, chat, if I want to put this thing on pole position. Is half a tenth of a second too much to ask for? Will there be enough grip still on this circuit? We'll know pretty quickly by the time I get through those first couple of turns. Oh, yeah, you can't see the delta. There you go. Delta's up now, chat. Right, come on then. Oh, who's that behind me? That'll be Leclerc. Oh, yeah, they're all pitting, though. So we don't need to worry about that. Right, we are the only car opting to try and do a double run. We're the only car staying out here trying to go for another one. Let's see what we can do. Will there be enough grip in this circuit? Can we take the knowledge from the first run? Or is the rain going to be too heavy and we're not going to be able to do anything on this final run around the circuit? Like I said, we'll know pretty quickly through 1 and turn 2. I'm not sure there's enough, chat. I don't think there's enough. We'll wait and see, though. Through the exit turn 2. I think, yeah, we're just going to be bleeding time, aren't we? I think the track's got too wet. So I think Leclerc and I, we were brave on the first run. I mean, we're not far off. We keep pushing. Come on, get to that apex. Wonderful. Try to avoid wheel spin. I mean, we're not losing much. We're not a million miles out still. And I made a bit of a mistake up through here. I mean, we've got nothing to lose, have we, by trying this? Oh, no. No. There you go. That's something to lose. Ah, yeah, it's over. It's over. Oh. Oops. Yeah, that's going to be qualifying dumb. Damn it. That's annoying. So close to what could have been pole, but that's a shame. That's a real shame.
Expects a lot of understeer unless we replace.
Yeah, I think we'll call that there, sadly. No point dragging the car back round. Yeah, don't put that in the replay. that second run can be edited out of the highlights. I promise you.
And that's it for sprint.
Zeph, thank you for the follow, as well as Henrique and Potato as well.
So we'll see you all tomorrow.
I mean, 3 100ths off from pole position in an Audi that is not that great so far this season. We will take that, ready for the sprint race, and hopefully it'll mean that we can be in the fight for points. Verstappen, fastest Q1, fastest Q2, could not make it happen in Q3, but still ends up quicker than Oscar Piastri. George Russell, Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton, with Gasly ahead of Antonelli, and then Lance Stroll in his typical P10. It now means him and Verstappen are 1 for 1 so far this season, but sprint race qualifying, done and dusted. Let's see if we can try and score some points as we head into the real thing. Which F1 driver holds a record for scoring no points in one car before moving to another team and winning a championship? Damon Hill, I'm pretty certain. He drove for Brabham, didn't he? I think. SCO Insane, thank you for the primer as well, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're well. Who else didn't score a point before moving to another team and winning a championship? I guess you could say Schumacher, because he raced for Jordan once, didn't finish, and then moved to Benetton and won. Nope. Well, that's also true, is it not? Alonso? Minardi didn't score a point. And then obviously went to Renault and won a championship. Senna scored for Tolman. Senna scored for every team he ever started with. Right. I believe the sprint race should be dry, though. Yeah, Fernando didn't score points at Minardi. I think current sprint format is better than when the sprint race detected start position. Yes. I do think the sprint format now is better. It's not perfect. I'd love to see reverse grids, but it's better than it was. I can show the livery. He's German. Rosberg scored points every season he did. Wait, so it's literally Vettel. Vettel scored a BMW, so it can't be him. He also then scored a Toro Rosso. I said Michael Schumacher. The only other one is Rosberg. But he scored points at every team he raced for. There's literally no other German world champion.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management.
As a holder of an unpopular opinion,
all the way here as
I actually lied when it dictated start position. I mean, it meant something. Yeah, I think the problem was obviously with the sprint races was that it basically meant that people didn't actually push during them because it meant too much. Effectively, all the teams, all the drivers. Keke Rosberg was Finnish, not German.
2 DRS zones will assist passing.
But yeah, basically, obviously, it meant that all the teams treated it as 19 laps, a red flag, then a Grand Prix. So they just didn't want to ruin it.
It's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole.
Exactly, Smurf.
Nico Hülkenberg completes the
I mean, look at that for a front row. Beautiful.
The rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Piastri.
What team do I support in football? The mighty Forest Green Rovers.
Gasly, Antonelli, and Lance Stroll. Sainz, Behrman, Liam Lawson, and Colin
The sprint
Pinto.
theme on this game is quite good.
Fernando Alonso.
Oh, there's Big G and an Aston Martin sandwich. He's going to need a miracle today. Honestly, I think the sprint race we're just going to slowly lose positions.
Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
Oh yeah, chat back
And
up.
alongside me in the commentary, friend Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that the changes as
A real Pogo Man, thank you for the primer as well, mate.
Let's have a comms check,
I appreciate it.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Right.
Okay, here we
Oh,
go.
Mark's
I know
still
what you
talking.
can do. Don't let me down.
I think Doohan will get pole. I'm sure Doohan will be on pole. Why would he even recommend that you pit? Never mind the fact the soft tyres would not go 9 laps. Why would it ever recommend you pit in a sprint race, chat? It's so stupid. So stupid. But we're gonna start on mediums. I think that goes without saying. Are we ready to go though? I think, yeah, there's not really a lot else we can do, is there? So I'm gonna put 2 extra laps of fuel in. I try to go normally 10% over with the car on this game. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Right, let's do this thing. Come on then. 5 red lights on the grid, ready for the Shanghai sprint. Oh, lights out and away we go. Leclerc's had a decent getaway. So has Verstappen. But Leclerc struggling on the second phase. Oh, I did not want to have a look at turn 1. We don't need to make contact with him for the second time this season. Unless... We've made contact for the second time in 2 races. Leclerc, they're just trying to give me a bit of a squeeze out. Verstappen, therefore, will say thank you very much. But like I said, I don't think we're going to have much pace in this sprint race. We're going to see if we can score some points. But I think, honestly, we're going to be a bit of a sitting duck. We're going to try and use this more for a bit of knowledge ready for the main event. How will the medium tyres feel over a bit of a longer stint? That is the ultimate question. Back end getting a little bit shaky already. But obviously, with a bit of fuel in the car, it's going to be a bit understeering. As long as we do better than what the Sauber drivers did IRL, where both of them binned it on lap 1 in Shanghai. That way, that will be off to the races. But yeah, I mean, instantly Verstappen, though, he was annoyed that he didn't get pole yesterday. He will be trying to get on the front foot and try and claim that lead on lap 1. As we will have to try and break the slipstream from Piastri as we make our way out onto what was at the time, when this track was introduced, the longest straight in all of Formula 1. Kind of crazy, isn't it? You wouldn't think that now. Easy does it. Easy does it. There you go, Verstappen. 3rd on the grid. Is he going to be leading by the end of that first lap? He's going to be wheel to wheel with Leclerc through the final corner. Bit of a hop, skip and a jump over the curb, but the Dutchman is through. And immediately then up to P1. Oh, can they get a run on Charlie back into turn 1 this time? No, again. Whoa. Oh no! We got caught on the curb. I've never had that before on this game. Luckily able to gather it up there and we'll kind of throw Lando out. I've never had that. That was bizarre. Just got wedged on the curb and it kicked the back end round. I might have squeezed Lando out on the exit, but that's fine. I was the car in front. Therefore, we're allowed to dictate the line. Yeah, nothing beats a bit of rallying on lap 2. That's just what happens, though, with this car. It can be an unstable craft. Oh, come on. Oh, we're gonna... Yeah, we've already lost the DRS range. That's bad. Losing the DRS already, chat, was not what I'd hoped for. And already 4 cars from 4 different teams have bolted. But you never know. As long as I can look out for the tyres, we might not lose too many more. I think we're going to be a sitting duck to Hamilton here, though. Oh, that... How much speed you lose coming off the corner. Well, there you go. Norris and Lewis now in a battle. I mean, Gasly's got some speed as well. I mean, from a front row start, I always knew we were going to lose some spots, but down to 7th by the end of lap 2 was a bit disappointing. I reckon we can hold off, though, Gasly and Stroll. That's got to be the goal, I think. Try and stick with Lewis and Lando. Build up a bit of a gap to the Frenchman and the Canadian. And see what we can do. I mean, again, you've just got to be so careful with this car over the curbs. You can literally see how much I'm fighting it already. Yeah, the AI straight line speed in Shanghai is a massive pain. I still think my prediction of P1 is looking good. I mean, I did win this sprint race last year because we got a late red flag and then changeable weather. It's only lap 3, chat. We don't need to get too worried. Hopefully now we'll stabilise a bit. As long as I can stay in the range of Lando. And as I've said before, this is one of the AI's better circuits. They're normally pretty good here. They're not as OP as they were, but they're still pretty OP. They've got too much straight line speed and too much traction. There you go. We've stayed in the range. That's good. Right, go, go, go. Bootmaker, thank you for the Primer buddy as well. Thank you for all the Prime subs coming in. I appreciate it. Oh, we got the straight line speed. Yeah, we've just about got enough. Oh, Gasly. Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it on the brakes. I can't lose out to Pierre, though. Surely we can hold him up. I mean, to be fair, the other front row starter, Leclerc's had a stinker as well. He's down to 4th. So I think it was just a curse for both of us in the end. There's Lewis, new fastest lap of the day, though, so as long as we can stick with him, we might still be in the money. Like I said, after the way Australia went, chat, I just want to score a point today. As long as we can get a point on the board, get our championship tally up and running, I'll be happy. But again, the AI are OP. And we are still in a backmarker Sauber. Yeah, we won't stabilise. We'll be down in P16 before I know it. After a lock-up and a spin. I mean, yeah, to be fair, Leclerc's going backwards as well. Like, he's barely hanging on to Russell now already. I mean, it's at corners like that. You're literally using ERS, and we still lose a 10th. How ridiculous is that? Like, thank the Lord we haven't got Miami this season. Because that would probably be just as bad. Angry Mob, thank you for the follow. And Calstone on a 70 stream streak. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's how much battery you have to use as well here just to keep up. Like, you just never know when the AI is suddenly going to grip up and when they're going to struggle. Nathan as well, thank you for the follow.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Nice and easy. Oh yeah, Gasly's under pressure from Stroll as well a bit further back. But look at that, now Norris has suddenly lost out to Lewis. Where are these gaps just like ebbing and flowing so much? Come on, rotate. So tricky. Oh, there you go. We might be out of the range now. I mean, look at that on the exit. How much Norris gains. I get that the McLaren's a better car than this. But unless I can send it through here... Oh, I think we did. I think I've just stayed in the range. You basically have to chuck it into that chicane just to try and hang close. Again, just drain the battery. Try and stay as close as we can. Leclerc's lost another one as well, though. Oh, don't lock up. Nice and easy. Oh, Stroll's through as well. I don't want to battle the Canadian. I can't lose to Lance Stroll, surely. Oh, yeah, I reckon Leclerc and I, from the front row, might both struggle to get points. I mean, I'm hoping Leclerc can just act as a bit of a rolling roadblock against Lando. The problem is, if you try and run too wide on the exit of turn 2, you just can't get the grip anyway. There's no point following the line the AI take, because you'll still just struggle. But welcome to Shanghai. This is just all this track ever is. It's just trying not to lose ground. But yeah, clearly there's a bit of a front row curse here, because Leclerc and I are both on the back foot. Ours is a lot more understandable. I think Leclerc just nailed it in qualifying, to be honest. But to be fair, up at the front of the order, Piastri is holding Verstappen back. Whoa. Easy. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, what's happening between Gasly and Stroll? They've lost loads of time. Might have a bit of breathing room from them. I use Race Labs for the braking data. Like the throttle and inputs and everything. It is PC only, it is a paid app. But I would highly recommend it. It doesn't just work on F1, it works on iRacing, LMU, a load of sims. Hey, well done, OTM. That's good going, buddy. Yeah, so I reckon we might just be trying to stick with Leclerc. I mean, look how much Hamilton's already gone. Maybe Lando will struggle as well. But with Gasly and Stroll still battling behind, hopefully we won't be under much pressure from them. But yeah, it just seems like Leclerc and I have got no speed. From front row to... Oh, actually, I'm not going to say what positions we're in. Oh, a Haas is breaking down. No, maybe, no. I think we're good. Thought then that might have been, I would assume, Ocon, but I could be wrong. Sometimes one of the AI just likes to go for a bit of a cheeky half spin through turn one. I'm genuinely having to concentrate so much just to keep it on the island. But Leclerc might be about to lose the range to Lando. See, look at that understeer. Car just doesn't bite. Right, is Leclerc still in the range of Norris? Let's find out. Yeah, Stroll's gone to Red Bull for some reason this season. I still don't really know how. I mean, yeah, even with the DRS there, Leclerc gained nothing on Lando down that straight. Verstappen seems to be on the back foot, though, against Russell now, so... It really is odd, kind of, the way, yeah, confidence and pace. Is pedal cam frozen? Are you sure? Oh, it has. That's annoying. I'll try and fix that quickly. That's annoying. Haven't seen her do that in quite a while. Where is it? Let me go. Give me a second, chat. It might just die temporarily. I had a couple of issues setting it up this morning for some reason. It just didn't like me today. So hopefully. Might be my camera playing up. Oh, there we go. That's better. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Wonderful. I think we're back up and running. Yeah, I pressed all three pedals at once and he took a screenshot. That's what happens, chat. There is such a minimalistic chance that Stroll wins the title for Red Bull. I don't believe Stroll's AI is good enough. You could give him the most OP car in the world, and I don't believe he could still do it. I mean, I found that once. I can't remember. It must have been like F1 2021, I want to say. Where one season, I accidentally got all of the upgrades done. I think I was with Ferrari. And we had, like, the most OP car in the world. Like, we could genuinely take pole by over a second around some venues. And still there were races that Leclerc bowled. And Leclerc is not Lance Stroll. Yeah, well, Leclerc's definitely lost DRS this time, though. Right, come on. Stroll dominated F3 because before round 1, his team had already put it into the other drivers' contracts that they had to let him buy. And this was still back in the day when Prima were OP in Junior Formula. Literally in round 1 of the season, in a Junior Formula series, Stroll's teammate was given team orders to let him through. That's why Stroll won that season. And I can't say who told me, but from a very reliable source, Lawrence Stroll also obviously bought into Prima before that year, and Lance was the only driver that was allowed to use the sim. Wild. Ugh. If Stroll wins a race this season, I will laugh. Can I become Lance Stroll and win a championship? Imagine me trying to do a Lance Stroll road to glory. Although I guess he got a podium before Hulk did, so maybe that's not so far-fetched. I'll try and do like the Aston Martin rebuild as Lance Stroll. That'd be so bad. Although I guess it'd be good for Aston Martin to finally have two good drivers. so slippy. We're not even halfway through yet. And the car's already sliding everywhere. Luckily, it looks like Stroll's struggling as well in that Red Bull. Use the slipstream. What do you think I'm trying to do? Yuri, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I hope you're well. I mean, like I said, luckily, I think Leclerc's struggling enough as well that I should be able to stay in his range. As long as we can keep Gasly at bay. Like, I will genuinely not complain with 2 points here. I know it's disappointing from the front row of the grid, but we just do not have the speed.
Okay, you're within 1 second of the car ahead. Get ready to use DRS for the overtake. Gap to your teammate behind, 7.1
When was the
seconds.
last time Lance Stroll got a podium, chat? Bahrain 2020? Or Sakhir, sorry, 2020? He hasn't had a podium in half a decade. And he's had some good cars in that time, let's not forget. He should have also won that Sakhir race. Like, he was way ahead of Perez, and then Perez just outpaced him. I like Moza. The main reason I don't use it is that I race on PlayStation and Xbox still. And any of the Moza gear I've got doesn't work on PlayStation. But it is very, very good bang for your buck. I just think, Seb got a podium. Seb almost got 2 podiums in 2021 with the Aston Martin. Alonso obviously got a load of podiums in 23. So Stroll has had cars capable of it since then. Stroll just has not been capable of it. Ain't no way Hulkenberg's as good as you. Hulkenberg is much, much better than me. I mean, to be fair, actually, Verstappen's struggling as well. Verstappen's almost down to 5th, so clearly the top 3 on the grid are having an absolute stinker of a race. I don't know how, but it's happening.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need
Who's
to look
better,
after the
Colapinto
tyres,
or Stroll?
so we won't be making
Well, they're
another
both
pit
pretty
stop.
bad. I would honestly suggest they're probably quite even. Who just delivers better on the day. I think, it's always the thing with Stroll though, chat, is what I think a lot of people forget about, is there's not a chance anyone of his skill level would ever get as many chances in Formula 1 as he got. Someone of his skill level, it's unlikely they get to Formula 1 anyway now, with the restructured
Okay,
junior
no
system.
issues with tyre wear for now.
But it's how
Taken
many
care of.
opportunities Stroll has had in the sport. Like, you could, with a fair enough argument, say that if I was given 250 Grand Prix and all the training and access to everything else that comes with that, I could probably get a podium in the end. The law of averages dictates at some point, with access to everything that he's had access to, a lot of humans could get a podium. And that's just the cold, hard truth. Yeah, Lance, most of the time. Apparently he's a very good tennis player as well. Like, he could potentially go into, like, semi-pro tennis or something. This is the 2nd season with Audi, but I accidentally reset all the upgrades. But we don't talk about that. Well, luckily, Lando and Max seem to be squabbling as well. So Leclerc and I are kind of just... that gap's staying fairly level. Yeah, the problem is for Lance Stroll is there's absolutely no motivation to do better. Because you know you're keeping the seat anyway. Like, unless you've suddenly got a car that could win a championship. Like, what's... You know, it doesn't matter what you do. Is Lawrence still forcing him to drive in F1? I would assume not. But you never know. Humanite? I'm probably butchering your name horrendously, but thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is a mod for the Sauber on the game. The Audi is not in the game or anything like that yet. Closest I've heard in a while. I'm known for not being able to pronounce people's names, so that's... I'm genuinely happy with that. Newey, I think the thing that will force Stroll out of that team is if they are really competitive. You know, shareholders will get to a point where they're like, we want him gone. This team is capable of winning the World Championship with someone else at the wheel. That would be the only way Lawrence Stroll would get rid of him. But it might well be that if Stroll was going to do that, he'd sell all his shares first. The 2020 Mercedes was much better than the 2019 Mercedes. So, no. The pink Mercedes in 2020 could, I reckon, with two really good... You know, had you put Verstappen in it, could have got fairly close, but would not have won the title anyway. The Mercedes W11 was just too fast, simply put. Aksusa, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Stroll should have sensibly been given... He should have had the similar kind of time length as, like, Latifi or someone like that got. A couple of years at a back market team and then quietly got rid of. Hey, welcome in, Toast. Hope you're well, mate. Ugh. Oh, rears are starting to go a little bit. They have held on fairly well, though. Oh, Gasly's closing in again. Why is Pierre quicker than Leclerc? What is going on? Maybe we're just a bit too comfortable being sat behind Charles. Yeah, but if the 2020 Racing Point was a copy of the 2020 Mercedes, then it would be exactly the same car, and then of course, in theory, someone could beat it. You're basically going, could anyone beat Lewis at the title that year? And I think the answer is unlikely. Yeah, I think we might have to make a move on Leclerc pretty soon. But I'm also worried that I'm just not going to be able to get away from him. So, we'll wait and see if Gasly can get any closer. We'll try and charge up the battery pack a little bit. And if push comes to shove, we'll try and get the jump on Leclerc and scamper away. But honestly, I don't feel like I'm losing much time behind him. Come on. Oh, yeah, the last thing I want to do is get Gasly in our range, otherwise we might be under pressure down the back straight. But I also cannot lose the gap to Leclerc. I cannot try and push too hard, make a mistake, and then lose out. I think we might be safe once again. Yeah, we should be good once more. So I think, yeah, Gasly's got decent pace, but not quite enough to overhaul. Because obviously we can open up the gap massively down the back straight. Yeah, the greatest Canadian F1 driver of all time is undoubtedly Gilles Villeneuve. Like, comfortably clear. Yeah, Gasly's taking time out of us, though, down the straight still. He is cooking in that Alpine. I don't believe... They didn't score a point, did they, last weekend? But he is cooking today. We'll try and go a little bit wide on the way in. See if we can cut back under. Oh, no, still nothing. I just think that Ferrari's got enough. Droopy Designs, thank you for the raid, buddy. I hope you had a good stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What were you up to today? Thank you for all the new follows coming in as well. I appreciate it. I will try to read them out when I get to a slightly better place and don't lose the back end. Whoa, come on. A little bit of wheel spin. Oh, Gasly might be there this time round. This might put us under some pressure to get Leclerc. Come on. Get the gap up. Maybe. Oh, it's 1 second exactly. I don't know. We maybe have done it. No, not a chance that time. And now we're going to be under pressure from Pierre. I mean, look how much Leclerc can get away at that snail section. Yellows, though, that's going to be Stroll out of it. Lance Stroll is going to become our first retirement then of the sprint race. So disappointment for him and Red Bull. Questions will be raised about their reliability early on this season. But yeah, we need to try and get Leclerc now. A little bit slowly through that final turn. That might cost us again. Shame no safety car or anything like that, to be honest. Just to give us a couple of laps not under pressure. Can we get to the inside of Leclerc? Little blip of throttle. Try and get the car alongside. There we go. Force our way through against Charles. Back up into 6th spot. But now we've got to try and get away from him, which I think is unlikely. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Just clean back around the outside instantly. Come on. Gonna get the move done? Maybe that time. Although that might have honestly left us in a worse spot. Unless he can get a run on me back down, whoa, into the next few corners. I think now we're just squabbling too much and losing even more ground. I mean, again, look at that drive off the corner. I'm honestly gonna let him... Hey? What's he doing? What is that? He just steered at me. The Aeon in this game are interesting, to say the least. He literally just swerved at me on the brakes. What is that? Oh, we're going to lose the spot to Pierre now as well, I think. Unless I can get close enough to Charles. Go. Go, little Audi. Come on. Around the outside of Gasly. Come on. Ugh. A little bit of wheel spin. Yeah, Charles getting the elbows out, man. He's clearly not afraid. Right, hopefully we'll get him running him again into T1. Come on.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.9 seconds.
He can try and swerve at me. I will try and aggressively cover him off back into T1 that time. I just need them to battle, so maybe we can get away a little bit. Although now Russell's struggling and Verstappen's kicked on. Why is everybody so up and down with their pace today? It's so weird. Oh, come on, that's not what I need. Yeah, everybody's pace just keeps going, you know, someone's suddenly slow and then they're quick. They're slow and then they're quick. It's very inconsistent. Oh, I don't think, yeah, we're not going to get Leclerc out of the range though. I think we've just got to wait for the last lap to try and get a run on him. It's like F1 all over again. Wait for the DRS on the very last lap to do anything.
Okay, gap to the car in front. 3.0.
Although we're closing in on George, to be fair. We're taking quite a bit out of him this lap. Although I'm sure I'm about to lose a bag of time down the straight. Try and break that toe again. Brake checking. You can't brake check the AI on this game. They will just break themselves. I mean, look at that. I'll try and give him a car's width and nothing more. Yeah, Russell, though, is definitely struggling. We might be able to get to George. But then again, he might just suddenly get quicker again. As always, the Shanghai Sprint is normally quite fascinating on this game. Yeah, maybe Max was trying to back up the field. Has Lawrence Stroll invested in Red Bull? Is that what's gone down? In like some weird alternate timeline. Thing is, if we could get in the range of Russell, I don't think we might just be able to do it next lap, but obviously it would leave us way less vulnerable from Charles. That was a weird line down to the hairpin, but it kind of works. We've taken over a second out of George, though, in the last lap. So it could be close by the end. I think we honestly just played the patience game with the tyres, and it might reward us. Might. But then again, these tyres are starting to feel sketchy. Oh, I might have got Leclerc out of the range. I think I did, just. Come on. Tiny bit of battery usage. Whoa. At the right spot. That's annoying. That'll cost us so much speed down the straight. I think we did get Leclerc out of the range, though. One more lap to try and get up to Russell then. As up at the front of the order, Piastri has dominated this race. Verstappen and Hamilton, though, seem to be close to battling further back. Gasly's now got Leclerc as well. So it has been a sprint race, but there has been action right the way throughout.
Okay, final lap.
But will we be able to get in the range of Russell? And more importantly, will we be able to get a run on him? We'll have to send it through these first few corners. But I mean, again, you can see the ground we make up. I mean, you barely brake through turn one. It's really odd. You scrub off so much speed, but you basically rely on the engine brake. Oh, come on. And luckily for us, it looks like Gasly and Leclerc's little battle has cost them both. But I'm just going to try and drain as much battery as I can, just for the chance of getting some DRS on Russell. Come on. Come on. Oh, the back end there is so little grip. I had to be so careful with the throttle. Sliding the car around. We might just get in the range, though, if I can send it through here nicely. Oh, I think we're going to do it. Come on. Let's see what we can do against Russell then down the back straight. I think we might not be close enough to really have a look, but we'll try. As through the final couple of corners, though, it's going to be Piastri. After a disappointing day out in Albert Park, he is going to put his season back on track with a dominant display here in the Shanghai Sprint. Looks like Hamilton's going to follow him home for P2. So a bit of a lock-up at the rears through that final corner. Come on, one more turn to go. I don't think we're quite going to get Russell, but very surprised that we were able to put him under so much pressure right at the end. Out of the final corner, P6 in the end. We'll take that. We'll take that, chat. I'm happy with that.
Great. Good job, guys.
Adam Watson with the gold boxing glove over on TikTok. Thank you, buddy. That would have been Antonelli that was in last, I would assume. Because his AI sucks on this game. Oh. Apparently the recording broke. That's a bit weird. Let me just have a look at that quickly, chat. Had that a couple of times before, where El Gato was frozen, but not on the stream.
So with the sprint concluded,
Hey, thank you, Andromeda.
Time for qualifying. And of course,
my favourite driver is Lewis Hamilton.
This weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time.
Well, there we are then. Oscar Piastri takes our sprint race victory then here in Shanghai. Hamilton and Max Verstappen will join him on the podium there ahead of Norris, Russell and ourselves, with Gasly beating out Charles Leclerc in that final lap scrap. And I mean, for Leclerc and myself, it was pretty disappointing on paper. But honestly, I'm happy to get a handful of points on the board. And especially with the way the tyre wear was towards the end of the stint, we cannot complain. Good recovery drive from Bortoletto there to get up to P12. Albon as well, from 17th on the grid to P13. And Alonso, 16th to 9th. Fair play to him as well. As I believe it was, just Lance Stroll that failed to see the checkered flag. What does that do to our championship standings? Well, it means now Lando 6 points clear on Max. George now tied with Lewis on 19 points apiece ahead of Leclerc. Stroll, Oscar Piastri obviously getting his first points. Alonso, Albon, we got our first points as well ahead of Antonelli, Gasly and Bortoletto. So I believe that obviously means, Alpine get their first points. Obviously, we get our first points. So it's just now V-Carb and Haas that have failed to score so far. We're 2 points behind Aston Martin, as McLaren 6 points clear of Red Bull, 8 points clear of Ferrari, and Mercedes there still in 4th spot as well. Sprint race done and dusted though. Let's head into the main event. Hey, QTRS, buddy. Thank you for the 37, I believe that's Qatari Real. Thank you, mate. Just a quick question. Is it possible to play career mode at 110 AI with surface and carcass setting? Because I feel Silverstone, Hungary, Mexico is impossible second season onward. Tyre temperature should get better from season 2 onwards, but I only run surface, not surface and carcass. Simply, the AI don't get tyre temperature in the same way. So it's actually more realistic to run just surface temperature rather than surface and carcass, because you actually get a better kind of gameplay experience. Like you said, Silverstone, Hungary, Mexico, Spain as well is awful for it. So don't run surface and carcass. just run surface on this game, and you will get generally a much better experience. It's not a fix-all, but it definitely does help improve it. But yeah, thank you, buddy, for the donation. It is massively, massively appreciated. Oh, Bortoletto's not happy, chat. Oscar Piastri is, though, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll gain some rep. We'll do alright there. Everything going in the right direction. Oh, and we gained an extra focus point. Wonderful. Nico Elkenberg. Cup of Drugs. Haven't you followed before? Thank you for the follow. And Johan as well. Thank you. Yeah, Lewis has 7 world championships as a rookie. That's just how good he was. Donovan, welcome on in, buddy. I hope you're well. I can't do any R&D upgrade, chat. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. I need another 150 R&D to be able to do that. Pernrobe, thank you for the follow as well. Right, let's get into real qualifying then, chat. Again, get your predictions in. Where do you think we'll qualify?
Welcome along to Shanghai.
If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Kick, if you're on TikTok, we are less than 100 followers away from 10k on Twitch. So please drop me a follow over there at Matt212.
Find out. Welcome to qualifying.
P5. P4?
Okay.
You lot are optimistic, especially if there's no rain. Yeah, I think without rain, I think it's unlikely we do that well. Which set of tyres do I lose, chat? Is it that first set of softs in Q1? Or is it the last set? I think, is it the first set, I want to say? It's really odd, isn't it? Because it's not the one you think it is. Go P1 again. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Is it the last set or is it the first set? I want to say it's the first set, I think. I'm pretty certain, yeah, because you lose that and then obviously get the others. So we'll wait and see. I guess we'll try and do a run. Yeah, I think it's the first. It is the first, yeah. There we go. I'll take out the fuel as well, whilst I remember. We reckon P8? I reckon if we can get top 10 again, I'll be quite happy. Hopefully we can make it out of Q1 on a single run. Piastri's got a second faster than anybody! What is that? Why did we just seem to see one AI do some OP laps in sessions? It's the middle one. Don't try to bait me, Toast. Lewis or Verstappen? I like Lewis more, but it's hard to argue that Verstappen isn't operating at a higher level at the moment.
Okay, that's P19,
Paula with the community
P19.
sub. To Severvi, I appreciate it. Thank you. My teammate is Big G, Gabriel Bortoletto still. He didn't get sacked for this season. And I like working with him on this game. Quite sure it's the 6th set you lose. No, it's not. Don't you dare say the next thing I think you're going to say, Toast. Alright, come on. Let's go. We need a big run. Like I said, we should have the speed to make it to Q2 at least. But we did squeak into Q3 last time around. I think ultimately the changeable weather in Q3 kind of papered over maybe a lack of speed in the car against some of the big boys, but we'll wait and see what we can do. The goal, of course, again, is to try and get Audi up to one of the big teams. Right, 7th gear completely flat. Or not when I hit that curb. I will still keep my foot to the floor, but we definitely cost some time there, and we'll lose even more through the next corner. Nice and easy. Again, we want to try and make sure we use a load of battery down the back straight. Don't get done for corner cutting. So we haven't actually done a soft compound run so far this weekend, have we? In qualifying trim. Because obviously we had to use the mediums Q1 and Q2 in the sprint. So this is a bit of uncharted territory for us at the moment. Oh, come on. So Bortoletto then is only down in P18. Hopefully we're about to relegate him to 19th spot. So he'll need another run, but out of the final corner, hopefully this will be enough to see us straight through. P9. We go slower than Sainz, quicker than Antonelli though. I think that should be enough, but it wasn't particularly comfortable. There's my sunglasses. There's my sunglasses, chat. I now literally have a pair of streaming sunglasses. Actually, if I go like that, it kind of looks like I'm wearing them. It looks like a really bad filter. I mean, I could just wear them, but no. Not at the moment. It's so cold at the moment again in the UK. So unbelievably cold. I think, actually, I say that. It was like 6 degrees when I walked this morning, but it just felt really cold. Which was really not ideal. Right, I think we should be through with that. Leclerc improved. So Leclerc and Piastri are a second faster than anybody else. Make that make sense. Actually, I say that. We're only 4 tenths away from the drop zone. Do I have any wild card predictions for this season? I don't know. Alpine get a podium. After last year, that'd be quite impressive. I'm in a t-shirt because although it's really cold outside, my office gets really warm. I've got 3 PCs running in here, so it does get quite warm. Do I go for one last safe run? I guess I could use the other set of softs, couldn't I? I'm just a bit scared that enough cars will improve. And then we'll be in trouble. What's your problem in the game, Franz Herman? I might be useful, but no guarantee. I can't wear the sunglasses upside down. Oh, I should have given Bortoletto a slipstream, damn it. I should have thought about that a bit more. Oops. Right, anyway, let's see what we can do then. Wait, what? Oh, it's just the outlap, isn't it? Ignore me.
Left in the session.
Well, I don't think we're going to need this lap, chat, but we may as well. I think we should be safely through anyway. So you barely break through turn 1. It's only when you think about it that you notice it. So someone's gone quicker immediately. Seems to be one of the Mercs. I think we are through. May as well finish this run though, because I don't know which set of softs I'm going to lose. But it'll basically mean that Q2 and Q3 are ideally one run. Oh, come on. Oh no, a DRS failure in qualifying? Why does that always happen in Shanghai? What is that? I mean, we're half a second up at the moment. How does that happen?
We can work on a fix remotely.
Oh, 2 weekends, 2 failures so far. That's not ideal. Admittedly, that one is a lot less savage than Australia. Right, come on. Get the power down. I mean, yeah, we're going to lose a little bit of momentum then down this back straight. Hopefully not too much, though. Maybe 2 tenths? It might make braking for the hairpin a little bit easier. Oh, yeah, we lost like half a second from that. Well, that's a huge thing. I've wasted all my battery as well. We do improve, but it's kind of irrelevant. Because we were already through. Mr. Cool Cars, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I used a setup with increased all tyre pressure, but still had so much tyre pressure with my friend in co-op. 24% tyre pressure. Average, well, I had 70. I would have a look. Matt212 setups, Franz Herman. Increasing your tyre pressure on F1 25 does not guarantee better tyre wear. It's not like a couple of the old games. The Audi livery is a mod. It's PC only. Hey, welcome in, Spencer. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Noggins are like a fun way to give you some challenges and things like that on the game. So you can basically like set up scenarios for me and things like that. So again, Alonso out in Q1. This time around, though, bit disappointed with Big G. He'll start on the back row of the grid. Lawson as well, in last spot, and then both Alpines out. But Alonso has failed to make Q2 in 3 chances so far this year. Meanwhile, Colapinto has done it every single time. Things are not looking good for Fernando, chat. When will he announce his retirement? Ghost, Card, and F1 Timo. Thank you for the follows.
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Winning the Chinese Grand Prix. Fair play. So yeah, it is the first set you lose. So I guess I could do a banker on this set. Hopefully we'll get a good time in. And then we'll go out again. I mean, these tyres will be bad on the first run. But we'll see. Yeah, you can also bet your noggins when we qualify and stuff. Where you think I'll qualify. Oh yeah, remove chat. There you go. Wonderful. No, they're completely free. I don't charge for setups. I don't believe setups on the F1 games should cost people money. So they are all free to access for anybody. When will I do F1 Championship Edition again on YouTube? I will not... Put it this way, I will not quit YouTube until I won a title on that game. I just don't know when that day will come. I'm sure I will go back to it, though. Oh, come on. Like I said, this first lap's not going to be great. It is on a worn set. So I'm not worried about setting the world alight. I just need to get my eye in and make sure that I've got a time to chase. So as long as I don't do anything too stupid, I'll be happy. I will go back to F1 CE. The main reason I don't play it at the moment is A, it's much better on a wheel than a controller, but B, trying to set up my wheel for it is an almighty pain in the bottom. So what I'm hoping to try and do is that maybe leave it a while, try and get like a dedicated second rig up and running, and then I'll go back to it. Ugh, where am I going? Where am I going? Scary. Spirit on the 5-stream stream. I hope you're doing well, buddy. This is my full-time job, yes. Otherwise, I don't think I would be playing F1 at 2:30 on a Wednesday. But it is my full-time job, so I am. And I thank you all for being here with me. I mean, that's not actually been a bad lap, is it? A 34-1. We still go slowest. But that's honestly a decent banker. Sounds like excuses. So I run a weird... Technically, I've got 5 monitors. But I've basically got the one that I'm playing the game on right now. One with chat above it. Over there, I have a ultra-wide monitor that I edit videos on. And then a secondary monitor. For, like, other bits and pieces. And then I also have an extra one, which is wired up to a completely separate PC that is just used for video rendering. I have done a setup video since I moved, like if you want to check that out. But yeah, I've effectively got 5 monitors. But it's weird. How close have I been to... not in recent years, I don't think. Not that I can remember. What a question. So yeah, Leclerc's on a 32 flat. Yeah, we don't ask content creators what they get paid. Put it this way, it's enough that I don't need to work another job alongside it. It's enough that I can pay a mortgage on a house. I think some people get the idea that, like, just because you make videos for a living, you make absolute mega bucks. But I do alright, is what I'll say.
That last lap moves you onto the 8th row of the grid.
Wow! 8th row of the grid. Right, let's see if we can improve. I mean, we should find time everywhere on this lap. We should be finding time through basically every single part of this circuit. I mean, we're a 10th and a half up already. But again, it should be as the lap unfolds, we'll find more and more. A little bit of a wobble. I mean, how much do I need to find to actually make it into Q3? I never looked at what the gap was. We're a 10th up on Hadjar, but I've got no idea if we're going to find enough. This might be quite close, actually, chat. We'll wait and see. I mean, it's felt like a decent lap so far, but you never know. We're up to 8/10 clear. Oh, come on. Through the hairpin. Nice and tidy. A second up. Come on. Hopefully this is going to be us into the 32s. Oh, a little bit of a wobble there, but we gather it up nicely. I've used all my battery. Is that top 10? Yes! Again, P9 in Q2. We'll take it. We'll take it. I'm happy with that. Mason, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I'm not that good at F125. I'm alright at it, but I'm nothing. Oh, 1/1000th in it between the Hasses. That's quite good going. Both Williams through, though. So Ferrari 1-2. Max has made it. Both McLarens have made it. Both Williams have made it. Antonelli made it, but Russell didn't. Fascinating. Okay. So, yeah. Ollie Behrman out by 1/1000th. Hadjar out. Stroll out. Colapinto out. And Russell out then. So, I mean, we barely snuck by there. Sensibly looking at it, I think our goal is to try and out-qualify Ocon. We might be able to get ahead of the Williams. It will depend on what laps they do. But yeah, Ferrari are too quick. Max is too quick. McLaren's are too quick. Maybe Antonelli will bottle it as well. We'll wait and see. How did I get Stroll to Red Bull? The game did it, not me. That was just Season 2 driver moves.
Okay, mate. Radio check, please. Radio check.
Stroll always does some dumb moves, though, on this game. So, you know, it is what it is. Right. I've only got one fresh set of tyres again, don't I? I might just... Do I just go balls to the wall, do one lap? And hope that I can improve. Do you change the brake pressure when you fully upgrade? Any setup changes? Sometimes what you find on F125... Oh, excuse me. Is when you've done more seasons of career mode, sometimes you have to move the brake bias more forward. Brake bias more forward, brake pressure reduced. Not by loads, but that's roughly what I do normally. Thank you once again, though, QT, for the 37 Qatar Real once more. But yeah, those, like I said, Matt212 setups. If you want access to all of my setups on F125, type that in on YouTube. They're all for free. Give it a whirl. See how it helps you out. So I like to run 55-100 brake bias and pressure by default. I would up that to at most 57% front and 96 brake pressure. But it honestly depends on your personal kind of feel. I like to really brake the car over the front end. I like a really understeery car, but it might be different for other people. That's just what I like, personally. Yeah, we'll just go balls to the wall, chat. We'll try and do one run right at the end. The other sets of tyres we've got are wrecked. So, Sainz has done a 33 flat. We could go quicker than that, I reckon. There's a 32 in this car. So, we could still be on for a decent qualifying here if we can get the lap hooked up. Make sure I leave it with about just over 3 minutes to go. I've got minimum fuel. Yeah, we should be good. Right, let's go. Let's go, chat. One final run. Yeah, traction out onto the back straight here is near impossible. It's so lethal. Pretty much everybody else though out on a run, apart from one of the Ferraris, so they clearly feel confident. Let's see what we can do. T-Swivel, thank you for the follow. Or welcome on in, I should say, sorry. Right, let's go. A little bit of battery usage out of the final corner. Try and carry the momentum up over the start-finish line. But of course, you want to be out of the hot lap mode. Oh, sorry, out of the overtake mode by the time you get across the line, because you don't want to use too much of your allowance for the lap. Not the best line through 1. Met the apex through 2, though, so not the end of the world. Whoa, a little bit wide on the exit, though. That's suboptimal. We were 1/10 up through Sector 1 against Sainz, though. So I guess that's good. Sector 1, Sector 3, we seem to be okay. Sector 2 is really where the lap can get undone. Oh, hug that apex. Avoid the bumps, though. Brake just that tiny little strip of tarmac on the outside. Come on. Roll on the throttle. There we go. 2/10 up at the moment on Carlos. But we know that Williams will be a missile in a straight line through this final sector. We'll wait and see. Get on the battery nice and early. Carry that momentum out to the back straight. Looked like nobody else was really able to improve, though. So AI all beginning to struggle towards the end of the session. What will we do, though? Where will we put this Audi? Front row yesterday. Second row last weekend out in Australia. I have only qualified in even number positions, though, so far. Can we keep that streak alive? Whoa! No! No, 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 no! Ah ha ha ha!
You've got front
Damn
wing
it!
damage. Recommend you box for a new
Damn
one.
it!
Box now.
All of that for the bottle right at the end. That is so shameful. So shameful. Dutch Nice Man, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the sub, sorry, I should say. 5 months. Thank you, mate. And V2 Bowling King, thank you for the follow. Yeah, get your bottle emojis in, chat. What were we on for? I think we would have filled that gap between Sainz and Hamilton. What did Sainz run? Let's have a look. So Sainz did 24... we're looking at the top time. 24.5, 28.0. We did 24.3, 28.0. So, yeah, I reckon we would have filled that gap, annoyingly. I mean, technically, I'm still in an even-numbered position again. But, yeah, that is a disappointing way to end qualifying. But we've got a long race ahead of us, though, chat. We can definitely try and do something. Yeah, great effort. Great effort, terrible execution when all is said and done. Right, I'm going to quickly go top up my water as we load into the race, then. Do you think your racing peripherals will work with single-seaters for cell phones? I don't believe so. Maybe with some, like, weird mods, potentially, but I don't believe so. So we have got to be careful of that rain later on in the race, chat. But say, I'll load into the grid. Let me know if there's any penalties, and I'll be back in a minute.
The Chinese Grand Prix, then, is upon us once again. It's a race that saw Michael Schumacher claim his final Formula One victory in 2006, as well as Red Bull's first win with Sebastian Vettel in 2009. There's no doubt there's plenty more drama to come here in Shanghai. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles per hour with DRS assistance down the back straight before the cars break into the tight hairpin at turn 14. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Piastri, Verstappen, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Sainz, Albon, Ocon, Hulkenberg, and Ollie
How
Beck.
slow is the game loading?
Hadja, Antonelli,
Oh, Antonelli's got a pen.
Franco Colapinto, and Russell.
Antonelli with a penalty, still ahead
Fernando
of Russell.
Alonso, Gasly, Jack Doohan, and Gabriel Bortoletto. Lawson.
Ah,
and
Stroll.
Lance Stroll brings
Of course.
the grid to a close.
Oh, pardon me.
Now it's almost time for lights
Hey,
out.
welcome in, Vinny.
So let's
I'm
go
doing
down to
very
the
well,
track.
thanks, buddy. Hope you're good.
Well, it's
The
been a
streets
lot.
never forget
Our
Dog
last
212.
word with you. Good
She's
to see
literally
you again
downstairs.
today, Anthony Davidson. And let's talk
She's
momentum
asleep.
with this
I just
driver.
double-checked on her.
What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence. Sure.
Hey, no
We'll
worries, cup of
definitely
drugs. Have a
be
good
glad
one,
that
buddy.
this was a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse. But what we're looking for today is a reaction. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver?
I spoke to
What do
Last
the
212
final
after the
hours
stream
look like
last
for
night.
them?
I told her
for
what
them,
you were
you've
saying.
got your pre-race
She was
meetings.
with me
You
on
see
this.
different drivers that some have got their
Ah,
headphones
where's
on,
me-
they're listening to the music.
where's me banner
Some
gone?
drivers really absorb the energy
Hey?
from the crowd, and they're there waving to them. Others within themselves. They chat.
Where's
to their
it gone?
engineers. Information.
Where's me
that
banner?
vital information that you need to carry you through the race.
Have I broken it?
And those
I've never had
pre-race
that
sessions
before.
are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season.
Where is that?
And the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Hey?
Radio
has that
check, Radio
disappeared?
check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
It's just gone. Wait, was it ever here? How have I broken it? Let me. I might be able to fix that quickly. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Nope. Oh no, I've clicked the wrong button. Oh, chat, I'm breaking it. Give me a second. Oh, it's because it. Wait, what? I think that's it. Right, we good. Yes, it's back. Wonderful. I didn't break it. That was bizarre. It just disappeared. Right. Anyway, we go again then. We finished P9 in the... Oh, sorry. We finished P6 in the sprint, didn't we? We start P9 ready for the main event. But that threat of rain later on, I think the goal is to start on the hards, take them as far as we can, and wait and see when the rain arrives. Because sometimes it comes a lot earlier in the race, sometimes it just never shows up at all. Either way, I'd rather be on a set of mediums for when it does arrive, and I'm intrigued to see how far the hards can go. So that is the goal. See how far we can take these hard tyres. Maybe we get them to the rain, maybe we don't. I believe it is, yeah, Deutsche Post on the Halo. Right, come on. Lights out and away we go. Fairly decent getaway. Sainz immediately trying to go down the middle against Verstappen. Oh no! Oh, I've almost crashed Ollie Behrman out. He's going to dive it at turn 1 and I've had to back out. For some reason the AI at turn 1 here can actually be quite aggressive. So I knew I had to back out there, otherwise 3 wide I was going to get deleted. Looks like Albon though and Sainz still wheel to wheel there as Albon will aggressively try and cover off his teammate. So a lot of teammate battles going on early on. And I'm just... What, eh? Albon's just crashed into Carlos. So the Williams beef is real. Hassan Audi beef is real. As we wind our way then up through the top of the circuit, well, for the very first time. Carl's still heavy on fuel. We've got to try and keep the back end underneath us. Come on. I mean, it already looks overcast, to be fair. As it looks like one of the McLarens then has controlled the lead off the start. Ferrari, though, in hot pursuit. It is McLaren, Ferrari. Up at the front of the order. It's like 2007 all over again. Oh, come on. I have not seen the new Williams certs, actually. I need to buy some F1 merch ready for streams. I need to get some Audi merch for this career mode. And maybe some other bits and pieces. Oh no. Don't lock the rears. Oh, come on. Should be able to get good power down on the exit. I mean, Williams have put on a show this opening lap. Looks like I think that is Hamilton and Verstappen as well. Getting their elbows out. But Norris then leads the way at the end of lap 1.
Okay, DRS is
So a
now
good start by him. Oh no, Ocon. This is frantic early on. Everybody trying to make progress. And somehow in all of that, I've ended up gaining a spot, which I'm quite happy with. So not Ocon. He's still there trying to have a look. If only I was sponsored by a sportswear brand. I know. Problem is that sportswear brand doesn't seem to do much merch anymore. I do also work with the F1 store. How are the Williams still side by side? Like, what is actually going on between these two? And how can I benefit? I think they're going to be a team that we're pretty close on pace with today. I'm not convinced we're going to be able to keep up with the Ferraris, the McLarens, or Max. Ugh! Sainz is too slow on the exit. We'll try and split them. We will try and be the peacemaker of this Williams duel. Just by squeezing Carlos out, I guess. But I'm taking it. Right, go, 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 go.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Don't crash. I will try. But you clearly haven't been to that many of my streams. Oh, that Williams is so fast in a straight line. Yeah, I am the meat in a Williams sandwich. Actually, I guess it's a Audi sandwich with Williams bread. It's always weird, isn't it? When you say, like, I'm the meat in a something sandwich. Because you don't call it a bread sandwich, do you? The meat, what is in the middle of the sandwich is normally what the sandwich is called. So technically, the Williams are the bread in an Audi sandwich, because I'm the one in the middle. Maybe there's some philosophical debate there to be had. I don't know. Yeah, McLaren are now with Puma, aren't they, this year? As far as they go. I mean, tyre wear, it's literally lap 3, so it's basically nothing so far. Ooh, can we get an update on the weather? I assume Mark will have nothing for me.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
Yeah, there you go.
Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
So that is for the next, normally about half an hour. Which around here is about 18 laps. This race is quite a long one. If we get to the end. Oh, I don't want to lose the range. Not this early. Oh, I think we were right on the cusp there. I might have just lost it to Albon. That would not be ideal if we let the Williams man get away. It said it was exactly a second, but the game tends to round. We kept it. Right. We cannot get a second chance with that. I cannot let Albon get away. But still, Hamilton and Verstappen then, once again, just like they did in the sprint race yesterday, they look to be on pretty equal terms. A hot dog isn't a sandwich. Because you have it in a bun, not in 2 slices of bread. Otherwise, if you have it in 2 slices of bread, it's a sausage sandwich.
5.0 seconds.
And there is a difference. Oh, no idea what happened to that Alpine, but they're at the back of the pack now. Yeah, a hot dog is not a sandwich. What made you get an Alpine t-shirt? Castor gave me one for free. That's what made me get an Alpine one. Yeah, it was sent to me as a gift. My AI is 110, the absolute maximum you can run on this game. 110 AI, no assists, 100% races. Right, I think already then, chat, we're just trying to settle down into a rhythm. I think the sprint race yesterday allowed things to get a little bit crazy, but everybody will just want to make sure they're in a good spot ready for the rain. So that's the goal early on. Although, I'm looking at it, maybe one of those Mercs we could try to work with. Potentially. Yeah, Castrol do seem to have upped the quality a lot. I mean, I've had these now for, I think, about 6 months, and I've had no problems. But I do only tend to wear them once a week. But mainly on the days I stream. The new F126 DLC is not out yet. This is a mod for F125. So it is PC only.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Why do you constantly want to check my tyre percentages? There you go. 8%. This is a circuit that tends to load up the left-hand side tyres a bit more. Just because of, obviously, all the long right-handers. Turn 1, this corner, out to the back straight as well. I thought Ocon was 1.7 away. To be fair, Albon's not losing anything to Max and Lewis. I think they're still battling it out a little bit, but we're kind of letting Albon just plug away early on. We never quite got to see what Williams' real pace was like in the sprint. Oh, that's a stupid warning. Williams always seem to go quite well here, but then always seem to spin, I find. We did not win the sprint, became P6, which honestly felt like a win. The way the car was handling. So sensibly then, we're getting... we can't take these tyres much further than lap 30, can we? Unless I really nurse them. We're getting about 2% a lap. Just under.
We're slowly gaining on the car in front. Try to keep up this momentum.
Okay, I don't know how I've got the run on Albon there, but... oh, as we get all on the bumps, we'll take it. Maybe if we push really hard, we can get to Lewis and Max this lap. But I'm not optimistic. Come on, get the power down. Let's go. Oh. This is when you get that little front lock up. Yeah, the Williams straight line speed is normally pretty good still on this game. It's not as OP as it was like a few years ago, but that's because Williams, you know, that's accurate. Williams for a few years were just an absolute straight line monster. But that was more just because they couldn't develop a car with downforce. Oh, we're going to be annoyingly close to Max, but I don't think we're quite going to do it. Yeah, 1.1. Oh, 1.033, damn it. That would have been so good if we got in the range. That's annoying. Ferrari are pretty good in this game. They came second in the Constructors last season, I want to say. But they were, yeah, they could have been a threat to McLaren. They just started to make errors right towards the end. Right, am I in the range of Max this time? Yes, we are. Oh, Albon I've got away from as well. Don't get a warning, thank you. Yeah, Bottas has the highest speed in an F1 Grand Prix, apparently. Although, actually, because I was watching a video by, oh, what's his name? Is it Sam Collins? Or something? He works with F1. He's got brilliant hair. He used to work for, like, Nismo TV and stuff. Because they were saying that apparently Bottas' original speed trap record is unverified. Yeah, Sam Collins. He's great. He does so many good videos. Yeah, I'd never heard this before, but apparently I can't remember which of Bottas' top speeds, or one of the Williams' top speeds. It might have been Albon, actually, in Vegas a couple of years ago. But there's one of them that apparently was unverified, which was kind of taken as gospel for years. And now, actually, they're like, we're not actually sure he went that quick. Yeah, his personal YouTube channel as well is great. And the work he does on F1 as well is fantastic. He's just one of those guys that you can tell absolutely loves doing what he's doing. And honestly, passion is such a big part of it. Well, Verstappen and Lewis are going to keep battling then, so we've just got to try and keep up with them. We've been able to get away from Albon though, which I was not expecting to do. So if we can just stick with these two, I'll be very, very happy. Yeah, I watch a lot of his personal YouTube videos as well. They're really in-depth. This is F1 25. The newest of all the F1 games. And will be for at least the next year. Diff, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well on the stream. How far are we away from 10k, chat? What are we up to on Twitch? A little bit squirrely. Learning no assist is one of those things on F1 that once you've done it, like, it's so satisfying. And you'll also never go back. Like, Racing Line is such a weird assist to try and learn not to use. But once you've done it, you will never go back. Car is feeling alright so far, actually. It's where it's loaded up with fuel, it actually feels quite grounded at the back end. If I had to guess, I would assume the DLC will come out in May or June. But I could be completely wrong. So chat, we are 86 followers away from 10k on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube or watching this on TikTok, please do consider dropping us a follow on Twitch. Helping us get one step closer.
Okay, so
It would be greatly, greatly appreciated.
14.4 seconds.
Or if you're watching this on Twitch and you haven't already followed, please do consider doing so. Mars, thank you for the follow. Oh, come on. Hey, welcome back, Abia. I hope you're doing well, mate. Race strategy, take the hards as far as we can. Keelan, thank you for the follow. Or Keelan.
Okay, Nico, it's Verstappen ahead. We can't let them hold
I'm not
us
going
up for
to
too
jump
long, so
Max.
let's try and get past as
Not
soon
without
as
a lot of
possible and
effort.
crack on.
Oh!
Push, push.
Don't look at the curbs. It's Gene as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, come on. By the end of the race, so I think there'll be a new top speed in F1. Maybe. We might get something ridiculous at some point, couldn't we? Where someone, obviously with like the low downforce setup or something like that. You could end up with something utterly ludicrous, couldn't you? But we just don't know. Break, thank you for the follow. And BM. To be fair, I wouldn't trust Arrow with a lot of things, but he does seem to get a lot of inside info from coders. So we might have a decent idea about what's going on. Oh, come on. Get that nose in. Get that nose where we need it. The follower notification should be working. Unless you've unfollowed and refollowed, then it normally blocks it. I'm pretty certain it basically stops people from doing it like over and over and over. My expectations for the F1 26 DLC are it'll be fairly mediocre. I think a lot of people are trying to hype it up, and it's probably going to be a bit of a skin pack, a few other tweaks and changes, but nothing crazy. Hamilton and Verstappen are having an all-out war in this race. And I'm just sat here watching early on. Because I know I can't get ahead of them and get away. Leonardo, thank you for the follow. Problem is, if I lower the downforce, we can't keep up through the corners. We'll be quicker on the straights, but no matter how little wing I run, I will not be as quick as the AI in a straight line around here. They're just disgustingly OP. Yeah, we're basically watching F1 2021 version 2 at the moment. I mean, look at this! They're just constantly going side by side, switch backing each other. I mean, to be fair, it can't be 2021 2.0. They haven't crashed into each other yet. But it's quite mad, just kind of, we're just casually chilling at the moment, and these two are just constantly battling. And the fact it's Hamilton and Max as well.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Yeah, it looks like Alba now is in a bit of no man's land, so we definitely got past him at the right time. But he's just kind of, I mean, he's broken away from Ocon and Sainz. Whoa. So he's not doing badly, but yeah, he's 2.7 behind us, 2.7 ahead of them. So he's very much just in his own little pace pocket. Yeah, Lando is leading this race, I'm pretty certain. Although Oscar did... Oh, hello, there's more contact. Oscar did win the sprint. Whoa. Right, we're going to try and break up this battle. If Max is going to go that slow out in the final corner.
Really good job on
I haven't got the speed, though. Unless I can go all the way around him down at turn 1, which I'm not convinced will have the grip. Maybe. All the way around the outside of the Dutchman. Not a chance this would ever work IRL, but we've done it. We are up then into 5th spot. Oh, come on. Just squeeze him out. Wonderful. There you go. Right, how long will it be before these two are side by side again? My guess is not long. Big G had a terrible qualifying and doesn't seem to be able to do anything so far. Which is a huge shame. But I'm more focusing on what I can do today. Although he did score points last weekend, so you never know if that rain shows up at the right time. We'll wait and see. Let's do a quick weather update.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Okay,
Yeah, so
dry
that rain,
seem like
if
the
it does
best tyre
arrive,
for
is going to
now.
be late. So I reckon if we can just take the hard tyre slightly further than the game originally anticipated, we should be able to get it to about lap 35, and that way we could basically use the mediums for the same distance we did in the sprint. I think that's the way to go today. We ended up making it into Q3, and then on my single run I bottled it at the last corner. So we could have qualified P6, but honestly... Oh, that's a warning? You having a giggle game? I understeered and ran wide. I didn't gain anything from that. That's ludicrous. UG, Callum, thank you for the follows, as well as CM Punk. The mod's just on, I think it's by, like, Prod X or Prod V or something. It's on overtake.gg. It's quite simple to find. Just type in F125 Audi mod online and it will come up pretty quickly. It's really easy to download, it's just one file. Copy and paste. We are currently P5. So we're doing okay early on. I mean, the thing is, if like we could get these tyres to like lap 35, and the team are like, the rain's coming in like 5-10 minutes, I could be tempted just to try and stretch it all the way. Or if they're saying the rain's going to be like, I don't know, 20 minutes out on like lap 30, then I could be tempted to pit early and try to undercut. You cannot get mods for console on this game. You can only get mods for PC. Yep, Hulkenberg at Audi. Hungary is my worst track on the F1 game. I am not the person you want advice for there. The only thing you can really do is start on the hard tyres, look after them, take them as far as you possibly can, and then the mediums will cook. And not cook in a good way, cook in a bad way. We are in Audi, which is just a reskin of Kicksauber in the game. Oh yeah, we won't have Kick anymore in Formula 1, will we? That's a good thing. Good job I didn't take up that streaming deal. 5,000 euros a month to do this over there. That was not ever offered to me, chat. I'll make that clear now. Come on. Get the power down. So first, you think you'll bottle it last sector and finish out the points. I don't reckon we'll bottle this. He says. Probably going to bottle it. We'll have to wait and see what happens with the rain. To be fair, where I'm now keeping Hamilton and Verstappen away from each other, their pace actually seems to be pretty good. We're setting some decent laps, all three of us. What team does Twitch sponsor? I'm not. Probably McLaren. McLaren or Red Bull. Any tips for an Abu Dhabi title decider? Take the medium to about lap 13, then go 16 laps hards. This is 110 AI, correct. I only ever run 110 AI. I mean, this is very quickly become. I guess Shanghai is probably a race like this on this game, but it feels like going back to F1 24, where you're just stuck in the DRS. You can't do anything. Jeddah is probably a top 10 track in F1, but not much higher than that. Probably like 8th or 9th in my opinion. It's good fun to drive, but it's not incredible. I do like F1 24. It was alright. It just had a couple of really big glaring issues. 24 could have probably been the best game of the Grand Effect era games, had it not been for the ridiculous DRS trains. They did completely kill it. Like, career mode was ruined because of it. So if two drivers tie in a World Championship, it goes down to who had the most wins, then second places, then third, so on and so on and so on. If it's still a complete tie after that, it's whoever won a race first. But obviously that has never gone down that much before. Well, no Formula 1, never for a World Championship has it been tied in the end. The closest we've ever come was Prost and Lauda. There was half a point in it. But there has never been a tie for a World Championship come season's end. Could have had one in 2021. Our recovery after Daytona 24 was alright. I had a bit of a nap after the race when last 212 went out. And then slept absolutely fine that night. Got back up Monday morning and was working again by 7:30. So, no real issues. I think Max is starting to get a little bit fed up being stuck behind us. Maybe now he's got a bit of speed in that car. Hey, have a good one, Kirk. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Ain't much difference also between regular wheel and F1 wheel. Not really. Because you tend to hold a regular wheel in the same place, pretty much. Like, with a Formula 1 car, it feels completely... That's why F1 steering wheels are shaped the way they are. Because unless you go around at the Monaco hairpin, you're never wanting to have the wheel at more than a 90-degree angle. Like, that's about as much as you ever want it to go. You drive it pretty much the same way you would a round wheel. But if, for example, you want to do rallying, I wouldn't recommend a Formula wheel. Catching slides and things like that. Or Euro Truck Sim. Don't use a Formula wheel on Euro Truck. Best F1 game ever, in my opinion. Probably F1 2020. I did a whole ranking of them not that long ago. I went through and played every single F1 game. And 2020 came out on top. My personal, though, might be F1 2016. I've just got a bit more nostalgia for that.
Focus on the driving.
The car is modded. But, sorry, the livery is modded, but everything else is normal. It's the only thing I've changed. Yeah, we're already up to 2 warnings, annoyingly. We got 1, I think, lap 1, for not even running wide out into the back straight, and then 1 a few laps ago.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
I don't ever play F1 on a controller. I only play with a wheel. I could not go back to controller. God, Alpine are having a stinker, chat. Look how far behind everybody else they are. I think both drivers have pit already. But Gasly was good yesterday, and now they seem to suck. Now we've got to the main event. Oh no, as soon as I talk about that, Behrman's in. Not Behrman even, Bortoletto.
Okay,
I've actually got a plan for a rally video this week. Because BeamNG have just updated their rally content. But EAWRC is completely dead. There's been nothing new to AC Rally recently. So I'm going to have to jump in and do some BeamNG. But I want to potentially look into getting myself into a RBR league as well. I won't be that competitive, but just for a bit of fun. Get into some like community events on RBR. But yeah, I'm waiting for like some updates for AC Rally before I jump back in on it. Oh, Max might have a good chance again here. Problem is, I think if he gets past me, we'll both lose the reins to Lewis. So we will try and just coast on that brake. Get it stopped around the outside. I mean, we seem to gain a lot on the brakes against the AI into that hairpin. Whoa! Ah! Damn it! That's annoying. Those might be 3 of the worst warnings I've ever got in this game. Like 3 of the strictest ones I've ever seen. BeamNG, I've already done a couple of videos on it before, on the rally content. The rally stuff on that game is genuinely incredible. Like, it's accidentally becoming a fantastic rally sim. Bottle job 212. Hopefully that's the only penalty I get. I mean, I won't hold my breath, but hopefully so. Oh, Lewis. Hello. Oh, look at that. He's drifting all the way through. It's now looking less like it's going to rain, chat. Maybe we don't see any rain today.
No rain expected. No
Team still don't see any.
For the time being. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
It might well be that we have to do a completely standard one-stop strategy. Like I said, I want to take the hard tyres a little bit further than the teams say anyway. Just because I think the mediums will suffer, but we'll see. Yeah, Lewis just full on Tokyo drifted that. Oh, we got a retirement. No, is it a spinner? I don't know. Someone span. I think that might have been Colapinto. I tell you what, Lando Norris, he won last weekend. If he wins here, he is making a statement for himself early on this campaign. He is a championship threat. My favourite driver is the man right in front of us, Lewis Hamilton. I've been a fan of his since 2007. When I was just a wee child. And as I've said many times before, it's kind of mad and scary to think about that I've been a fan of Lewis since I was 7 years old. And that I've never known the sport without him, well, apart from one race in Sakhir a few years ago. It's going to be so wild not to have him on the grid anymore. Like, to think that I've gone from being a 7-year-old child to a 25-year-old man, you know, that most of my business is based around Formula 1 and everything like that. That he's always been there. Here goes Max again. He just hasn't got the confidence on the brakes, does he? He just cannot do anything against us down there. My introduction to F1 was 2019 Hockenheim. I mean, what a first race to watch, to be fair. Absolute carnage.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate.
I cannot grow a beard. I mean, I can grow, like, some facial hair and stuff, but nothing proper full-on beard. I just go into, like, the homeless-looking phase and then never leave it. Like, it just gets grubby. And Matt212 won't let me anyway. She likes me clean-shaven. It's definitely not time to box yet. Mediums are hanging on quite nicely at the moment. We're in a good spot. I want to one-stop this race. Unless, like, all of the AI suddenly move to a 2-stop. But I've also got to think about the weather later on in the afternoon. I want to open up our strategy for if we end up having to pit for inters. Oh, go on, Bortoletto. You fastest lap. So I think it was Alonso that span then. Not even Colapinto. So Fernando is last. Oh, no, he's not. One of the Alpines is still further behind. I think we could see Fernando Alonso retire come the end of the season, chat. Just based on these opening 2 weekends. Sounds like I'm under the thumb with Matt212. She's a good egg. She's a good egg. Exactly, yeah, I just don't have the facial hair gene. Oh, that's a pretty ominous cloud. Starting to loom. So I reckon, at the very least, I want to take these tyres 10 more laps. Let's see, if we could aim for about lap 35 and then do a 20-lap run on mediums at the end. I guess it would kind of depend on when the AI pit and what their speed looks like. Because obviously I also don't want to get undercut horrendously. But very, very quickly this race is stabilised. The sprint race, it kind of never felt like anybody was fully confident, apart from Oscar. But main event so far, everybody seems to be a lot more consistent. If you come over to Twitch, someone can give you the Discord. Emilio, thank you for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. And Triss, sorry I missed that one. But thank you, thank you, thank you. My favourite track in Formula 1 is Spa. Generally, it's the Nordschleife. Ugh. Come on, stay in the DRS. Wonderful. That is all you're aiming to do around here. Stay in the DRS of the AI. There's definitely a lot of people that play F1 25 on keyboard. I don't think many of them play the game competitively. Max just completely cut that corner. I hope he got a warning for that. He was not alongside me and he just cut it to try and stay there. We got one penalty for track
Okay,
limits.
the
We got a bit
car head's
unlucky.
beginning to pull away. You know what to do.
Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, Verstappen's pit. He's on a 2-stop. Interesting. So, we now are kind of hoping that the rain doesn't arrive for a bit longer then. Because, yeah, Verstappen is 2-stopping this race. So that could really add some
Nico,
spice.
We need to save up some ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please.
I was not expecting the Dutchman to do that. But he will be hoping the rain arrives after I've pit, I guess, and he'll be hoping for a big undercut. So unless Red Bull knows something we don't, Max could be in trouble. Oh, come on. Stay in the range. Stay in the range. There we go. Wonderful. So it will be interesting to see whether anybody else then opts for a 2-stop. I don't think it's the way to go here. I don't think it's awful, but I don't think it's bad. My favourite livery of 2026 so far is the Haas. Haas, Red Bull, V-Carb, Audi would be my order. My least favourite so far is the Haas. Interesting. Hanoi was a great track. But it was one of those ones that was great to play on a game, but I imagine would have been pretty bad IRL.
Behind, 43.3 seconds.
So yeah, we've definitely still got way over a pit stop on. But whoa, Hamilton, steady on, sir. Calm down. Yeah, we're starting to get a bit dangerous with that DRS, just as the tyres begin to fall off. But as long as I stay there, I'm not worried about being right under his gearbox. Russell, new fastest lap of the day. I'm sure Verstappen's probably going to get one as well pretty soon. I mean, to be fair to Albon, he's just been able to hold that gap pretty level ahead of those guys behind him. Max was on hards, wasn't he, chap? He didn't start on medium. Don't take this the wrong way, but your shoes are the shoes I'd imagine you have. I'm going to try not to take that as an insult.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
How do I think Cadillac will do this year? I think they're trying to underplay themselves. I reckon they'll score a few points, but I don't think, you know, they're not going to win races or anything like that. I'm going to say, though, they won't finish last overall. I think another team is going to have an absolute stinker. Oh no, I've lost the range. No. Lewis, come back.
Chance of taking this position. Come on, you know what
Hey!
to do.
I've just lost the DRS mark. How do you fathom that one? Alright, bit more push then. Less Lyco. Hopefully Lewis has got a Lyco all of a sudden. Oh, that was a fairly nice run out of the first couple of corners. Didn't allow the car to run too wide, got it straightened up nice and early. Come on. Oh, he's definitely trying to push to get away. He's definitely trying to get away from us, chat. We can't let it happen. Otherwise, we're going to be on a long, lonely drive. That might cost us. Oh, we might have lost it. 1.2. Oh, that was so close to a warning. Oh, it was 1 again. Maybe. We might have just kept it. I'll have to wait and see. That's as close as it can be. Come on. Yes! We stayed in the range. Hey, welcome in, Lucas. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I know nothing about boats, apart from a good one floats. And there's something called a poop deck. I think. But I only know that from The Simpsons. I like the cut of your jib. Someone promote him. If any of you get that reference, I'll be very happy. Honestly, unless you want to get into competitive racing, Avalar, just enjoy it. Run whatever AI you want, run whatever assists you want. It's a game at the end of the day. It's meant to be fun. Like, I know that people obviously want to improve and stuff like that. But if you set your AI way too high and you're not enjoying it anymore, then you've kind of lost the whole point of the game. For most people. Oh, come on. Yeah, Lewis is really trying to push now. Oh, yellows! What are the Alpines? Ah, Doohan! What are you doing? That Stroll levels awareness and we've lost the DRS now. What was that? He just rejoined on the racing line. I mean, the fact he's already a lap down probably says he's not having a good day anyway, but Jack Doohan has just cost us the DRS to Hamilton. And even more bad luck on F125. What on earth is that? I've never seen anything like that before. Why are we all celebrating Doohan there? What is that? Ah, because of my Alpine shirt, you figured I like boating. I don't think I upset Doohan before the race. I don't even slag him off or anything. He's just having an absolute I don't even think that's the first time he's span, is it? Oh, he's into the pits. Yeah, Doohan I think is in a bad spot. I have tried the Indy Next Car and iRacing. It was good fun, and then the series kind of just died, I found, on European time slots. But I did like the first half of last season with it. Right, so there we go then. So Verstappen now, 16...
Okay, so that's a red flag. Red flag.
Why?
No overtaking.
Oh, one of the Hasses has spun.
Pits, please.
Oh, that's at a really bad time. I mean, that's not the end of the world for us, but that's at a bad time. Oh, the rain might arrive early now. Suddenly, this race has been flipped on its head, chat. When is it going to rain? Ooh.
Right, this is a good chance to change our strategy for the rest of the Grand Prix if we want to.
Oh, that's suboptimal. So we're definitely going to see a switch to wets, I think, before the end of this race. But, I mean, we've got no other sets of hards. I'm going to have to bolt on a set of medium and take them as much further as I possibly can until that rain arrives. But if it ever was up for debate before now, Ocon's been disqualified, chat.
Spot on, come on.
Oh, there we go. Lights out and away we go. We need a good, clean, tidy start. Albon's had a good one. Verstappen, obviously, luckily for him, opted for a set of soft tyres during that pit stop, so he's still got a set of mediums. But Hamilton now, oh, big contact between Hamilton and Piastri down in turn 1. I don't know if Piastri's picked up wing damage from that, as Leclerc tries to go in pursuit of Norris, but our sprint race winner from yesterday on the back foot of the start, as we're trying to defend from Alexander Albon. But effectively, this race has been turned into two 50% events now. But as we try and go all the way around the outside of Albon, then down at the bottom of the circuit, how did Piastri not get damage? Make that make sense. That was a huge hit between him and Lewis. And yet he gets away with it. Crazy. What is that McLaren built of? Lead? I have no idea. I've got to wait for the end of this lap though, and we'll get a weather update even, I should say. But again, I've got to try and stick in the DRS of the cars in front. I think that has been the ultimate lifeline though for Jack Doohan, because he was pretty much a lap down on everybody, and is now obviously back with the rest of the pack, because you do get your laps back under red flag. Yeah, Doohan literally called in a lifeline. And the only driver that's out now of this race is Ocon,
No threat of
who's
rain
been
for the time
disqualified.
being. Conditions look good. Okay, dry
Tina's
seem like
still
the best
saying no
tyre
rain.
for now.
I mean, we can't take a set of mediums half this distance, can we? Half a Grand Prix here. That seems too much. I'm still going to assume we're going to see intermediates.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now
Oh
enabled.
no. Why is Hamilton suddenly so good? Why are the AI cooking, chat? I need to try and stick with them. Ugh. Oh, Oscar. Huge slide out of turn 2. Like I said, I don't think we're going to have the pace to keep up with the Ferraris or the McLarens, but I'm going to try. Failing that, we'll just try and work with Verstappen. But he can't get past Albon yet, so we'll wait and see. The red flag for us, I don't think, did much. I think it slightly screwed us, but not horrendously. It depends on whether we get rain by the end, because I don't think I can take these mediums all the way. But we'll wait and see. Oh, come on. Get inside that range. Wonderful. Oh, Oscar's barely in the range of Lewis as well. So we're all trying to hang on. Yeah, we are not going to be able to take these to the end. So we will have to hope that the rain does arrive, otherwise we might end up on the back foot. If the AI can stretch their tyres. But we're getting, yeah, 3% a lap. 30 laps, 90%. I don't fancy that. Way too much grip through the final corner. Got to get used to having fresher tyres again.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.5 seconds.
Corner to Alpine. I'm not convinced Alpine won him though, do they? I think a lot of teams just view him as damaged goods now. Hey, I'm hoping it'll rain. That will provide us potentially with a bit of a lifeline towards the end. I'll do another weather update in a second.
So we're expecting
there you go.
10 to 15 minutes.
Wonderful.
Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Right, so I don't need to worry about conserving these mediums then. We can afford to push them. Because we are definitely going to be getting rid of them. I mean, it is meant to be heavy rain when it does arrive. So it might be one of those scenarios where as soon as it starts raining, we need to pit. Because that can sometimes happen on this game. Oh, come on. Again, don't lose the range. Oh, I think we just about held on. But again, I think Piastri just about held on to Lewis. Albon's dropping back though, so that's
okay,
good.
Expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Come on. Yeah, we've got to keep pushing. Oh, I've got to get used to how much more grip we can, how much more speed we can carry through that final corner.
Hamilton has just put in the fastest
God,
lap
Lewis
of the race
is
so far.
flying, chat. So I'm not so worried about having the DRS into turn 1, although it is still useful. But as Verstappen jumps Albon then a bit further behind, we'll wait and see what his pace is like. Right, come on, let's go.
Okay, Nico, Piastri's ahead of you. Right, here we go. Let's look to get past quickly and put them on the back foot.
Oh, that's a stupid warning, isn't it? Come on. Andy, thank you for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whoa. A little bit of a wobble. Oh, I think we've lost the DRS for good this time. I just don't think we can keep up with those McLarens. Yeah, I think we're too far behind now. It won't be the end of the world, though, if Verstappen can get out of the range of Albon. Because we can try and work with the Dutchman. But again, that rain will change everything, I would assume. But yeah, just not enough speed in this car. We're doing alright, though. I would not complain with the top 5. I'm just hoping we don't get a second mechanical failure. Because that would be a disaster. We're gonna kiss goodbye now to those guys. Like I said, I gotta hope that Verstappen doesn't bring Albon along with him. Although, to be fair, those two seem to have got away from everybody else. So there might still be a chance.
Okay, gap ahead, 1.5 seconds.
Why is it championship, not champion boat? That might be the dumbest thing I've ever read. Come on, Max. You can drive quicker, I know. You almost won last weekend. Where's that spirit gone today? Whoa. Big lock up down the hill. Oh, a big oversteer coming out the other side. I know I said we've got to push the tyres, but not that much. Now, I don't want another red... Actually, I guess another red flag now would basically just mean everybody's on inters, I would assume. Yeah, Verstappen's definitely got the speed over Albon. Rather unsurprisingly. That should go without saying. I got a 3-second penalty for track limit, sadly. Oh, there you go. Hamilton is flying along, chat. He's going to try and get past Leclerc. Could we see some Ferrari civil war? Because once again, it is Lando followed by the Ferraris, just like we saw in Australia. I think next lap Max is going to get us. Does anybody play FIFA at any time of the year now, Matt? I don't know. I don't even know if the game's still a thing. I mean, I know it's still a thing, but... we're going to need quite a miracle for the win to be on today. We're going to need a lot of things to go right for us. But crazier things have happened in this series, so we'll wait and see. Yeah, we need basically everybody around us to get wing damage. Although we do seem to still have the speed over Albon, which I guess is good. So if Verstappen can drag us back up to the front, guys.
5 seconds.
Whoa! We'll wait and see. That's not the line I needed. God, these mediums feel worse already than the hards ever did. Yeah, Verstappen's going to have us this time, though, chat. Nothing we can do about this. Wait, you don't get FIFA in Australia? Surely not.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Or can you... I guess maybe you can't do, like, Ultimate Team and stuff? Because Australia has quite strict gaming gambling rules, don't they? I'm pretty certain. Oh, there is. Right. I was going to say... I might still have time for a Williams Road to Glory on this game. If I don't do one on this game, I might do when the update comes for F1 26. My goal basically across like F1 25 as a game is to try and win a championship in every single team. I've already done it with Ferrari, I've already done it with Mercedes, Red Bull, Aston Martin, now VCARB as well. Obviously, I'm doing a Haas and a Sauber career mode at the moment. That would leave us with just McLaren, Alpine, Williams, and that'd be it. Right, come on, don't now lose the reins to Max immediately. This is our only kind of lifesaver at the moment.
No need to worry about.
I mean, to be fair, Isaac Hadjar is holding everybody else up massively. But yeah, we've just got nothing against the AI now, all of a sudden. If I'd had another set of hard tyres, we would have been better off using those. Oh, come on, grip! What's the back end doing? I mean, look how much they're fighting now. Lando's gone. But Max and I might be able to get back into the squabble further back. We might still be in contention for a podium, chat. We'll wait and see. Say, we are just waiting on the rain. I reckon it's some Chinese cloud seeding going on.
We think we might see some rain.
Still reckons 15 minutes.
Okay,
that'll be quite close to the end. Yeah, no duh. Thanks, Mark. It's a bone dry circuit. Hasn't rained in days. Yeah, we reckon dries are the way to go. Yeah, cheers, mate. Didn't think of that one. Look at that. Max is already now in the range of Charles. Who, once again, just like the sprint, seems like his pace is falling off. So is mine, with lines like that. Go. Yeah, definitely time for the full wet tyre. Well, there you go. We're back in the range. But so now is Max. So we're going to be on the back foot.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Pike, thank you for the follow. I'm doing very well, thank you, Ian. I hope you're well, buddy. Oh, immediately, Max and Charles side-by-side contact. But Max is not hanging around. He wants a podium. He's bided his time. He's waited for these guys just to start crashing into each other. And now he is trying to force his way through. Honestly, even a P6 finish would not be that bad for us. But as always, you always want to try and get a bit more if you can. Get a puncture? I hope not. We are hoping for no punctures.
Pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
Yeah, we've got to remember the penalty. But I don't know whether that will make a difference by the end yet. Like I said, even if we can just hang on to these guys' coattails, we might not really be able to do anything against them by the end. No!
Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option
I'm
for
so
you in
stupid.
the MFD, so go and have a look. Okay,
So
just follow the
stupid.
safety car. Don't worry about
I mean,
the
we're
timing
lucky we
now.
didn't lose a
Okay,
wheel
so
there.
Full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty.
Damn it!
Slow down. Maintain positive delta.
Right, well, I guess that'll mean we can take a fresh set of tyres. I've got a new set of hards. When's the rain gonna arrive?
Got that confirmed.
When's the rain arriving? I can't go
We're
into
expecting
now,
rain in
though.
about 10 to 15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest.
I
car at the
honestly
moment.
thought that was game over then, chat. My life flashed before my eyes. Come on, Alvin, what are you doing?
Return the position immediately or we're going to get penalised. There's no overtaking during the safety car period.
No idea what Albin's up to, but... Oh, if I'd sped then, that would have been another disaster. Who said on lap 15 I was going to bottle it on lap 38? Or if it was, I strongly dislike you.
Your lap times are falling off now. We want you to pit for repairs. Box, box, box.
Yep, thanks Mark, I'm already here. So, Lawson and Doohan have also... I mean, could I have
Back
gone...
into the race. Perfect job.
Could we go
Lap the crew there,
softs?
mate.
Oh, they're
You're
terrible though,
delighted
aren't
with
they?
That was our last stop. No more scheduled
They are
pit stops.
terrible.
Let's go.
If I knew the rain was going to end, if the rain was going to arrive in like 5 minutes, I could be tempted. But honestly, I think we're lucky to be on these hards. Now I'm kind of hoping we don't get any rain, but I don't know. The problem is the soft tyres hit the cliff in like 2 laps. So if I'm going to do that, I'd have to do it at the end of the safety car. Or just like 1 lap out. Yeah, get your bottle emojis in, chat. It's not the end of the race for us, but it very easily could have been. Imagine 2 DNFs in the first 2 races. I mean, we've had no mechanicals for anybody else yet. The only driver that's out was Ocon, who got disqualified. So it was just... I mean, those medium tyres felt terrible right from the get-go. AI seemingly have no issues with them. But now, like I said, I'm kind of hoping that rain doesn't arrive, because we're going to have much, much fresher tyres than everybody else. Yeah, we'll get another weather update.
5 minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain.
Do we do it,
Dry
chat?
seem
Do
like
we
the
go
best tyre
inters?
for now.
Team reckon it's 5 minutes to the rain. I reckon we'll give it 1 more lap. It could be inters pretty soon. Depending on when the safety car's coming in, we could see intermediates. It's definitely not ready yet. Definitely not ready yet. But if it's only 5 minutes away, and we're running like over 2 minute laps under safety car, everybody's yelling at me now. Maybe we can try and trick the game to give us 1 extra lap of safety car as well. But if it starts raining before this safety car's coming in, I'm taking intermediates.
The rain's a few lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful.
It's coming, chat. It's going to be here.
Like the fastest tyre at the moment.
We could see a switch to inters under this safety car. If the safety car's in this lap, then we won't. If it isn't, then we might. Yeah, we'd still have unless it starts raining. I can't go inters whilst it's still dry. That might end up being just completely race ruining. But I think the rain's going to roll up. The rain's going to be pretty heavy, though, when it does arrive. A, Shanghai is a circuit where that just tends to happen. B, this circuit is so traction limited anyway that any amount of rain makes a big difference. So I don't know. I really don't know.
Right, let's pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to.
I reckon safety car might be in this lap, though.
The car ahead.
I mean, it's getting so overcast so quickly. Yeah, safety car in this time. We're not pitting yet. We are not pitting now. But when that rain starts to fall, we will have to get on with it.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car.
We can get the elbows out. We've got much faster tyres than everybody. We're going to have to try and fly along. These next few laps could be critical for our Grand Prix right towards the very end.
Radar suggests some weather's going to hit in around 5
I mean, look how
minutes
quickly
time,
the
so
clouds
stay
are
on your
rolling
toes.
in.
Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Right, come on. We need a good restart. I need to gain some places nice and quickly. We need to get... Oh, come on, what are we doing? Why are we parked? Good job Stroll's not behind me. Are we going? Go! Oh, look how strung out that is. Colapinto caught napping. But I can't do anything with it until we get to... Oh, don't do that. Until we get to the green flag.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us. 1.8 seconds.
Right, like I said, we've just got to push. We've got way more grip, so we can afford to do things like that. Down the inside of Colapinto, immediately at turn 1. We've still got nearly a quarter of this race still to run. Actually, more than.
Green flag.
So there's still so much that can change. I mean, what are we on? 10, 12 lap fresher tyres than most? That's a big enough margin that it should be a noticeable difference. But I've also got to make sure I make overtakes in the right places. Ugh. Don't now kick out the back end. God, yeah, the AI can just throw the car over that curb. It's not worth pitting yet, still. Especially when we're running on a green circuit. We're just going to lose time. I'm not that much of a bottle job. Maybe. I mean, we can't do anything against the AI down the back straight. I will definitely play IndyCar 26. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, here we go. Gasly trying to make a move. Oh, go on, Bortoletto. Defend from him. Allow us the opportunity. Wonderful. Clean around the outside of Pierre. That's what we need.
Good job. Nice overtake.
I already play NASCAR 25.
Now enabled DRS. DRS is
Right,
now
come on, Big
online.
G. Don't put up much of a fight. Should be able to get down his inside at turn 1. As long as I can latch onto that curb, drag the nose in. There we go. Beautiful. Almost back inside the points already, chat. 15 laps to go. Looks like those Williams are once again squabbling.
Tyre condition still looking
Oh, there's a
good.
big gaggle of cars fighting a little bit further up. Yeah, F126 will be an expansion for F125. It's not going to be a separate game. Can I go all the way around, Stroll? Yes, we can. Look at that. Bit of a diving maneuver, but had to be done. And another one gained. As long as I don't lose the DRS to Alonso, which we should be fine. Right, wonderful. I don't think Behrman, has got DRS. So, I mean, we could very quickly get back up to where we were before that spin. We'll wait and see. The IRL Audi livery, I think, is a bit disappointing. I don't think it looks that great. This one in-game definitely looks better. Oh, there you go. Alonso just cuts the corner to complete that move, I guess. We'll try and out-traction Behrman off the turn. Sorry, Ollie. Had to be done, though. Right, come on. We're almost back inside your points already. I'm kind of now hoping that the rain doesn't arrive. Sorry, Fernando. Got to be done. I mean, look at that. Mercedes battling for 9th and 10th. That is not what they would have wanted today. There's the rain. It could literally be pit this lap.
Okay, Nico, that's Alonso behind. We want to keep them behind, please.
Depends
It's
how heavy this
critical
rain
for our race.
falls. I would always rather box slightly early than slightly late here in Shanghai. But again, obviously our fresher tyres should provide us with quite the grip premium. So hopefully we can carry this on. We're definitely going to see a switch to inters before the end. I mean, already that's feeling a little bit slip-slidey. Come on. I mean, one of the McLarens, I assume that's Norris again, is gone. Yeah, it's definitely not ridiculously quick rain, though, like we sometimes see on this game. It's going to roll in, but it's not like one of those ones where it starts raining and immediately it's inters. We're not going to full wet. That is definitely not happening. Yeah, Stroll in a Red Bull is unbelievably cursed. Oh, come on. Hajar and Sainz still battling. I assume we're not going to see anybody pit now. No pitters yet.
Be careful on those slicks. These conditions are making the line a bit greasy, but we're still nowhere near the change.
F1 Addict, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it. Whoa. Around the outside of Russell? Surely not. Surely we can't find the grip there. We found the grip. Just a little bit. Give us the inside line for turn 2. As Hajar and Sainz are just losing so much time. And now we're starting to see the AI's traction control helping them out on the exit. Luckily, I'm brave on the brakes. There you go. Not going to let George get away with that. Yes, Sainz really seems to be on the back foot, though. Antonelli. Oh, Antonelli there just backs out of it. Up the hill. Oh, if we go all the way around his outside. Done it once on Lance. To the inside of the Italian. And there we go. Another one gained. We've got our overtaking shoes on at the moment. But we are not far away from the switch. Yeah, I'm going to start getting really, really careful about front lockups now. Come on. Back end sliding. That's alright though, we're doing good.
Okay, the forecast suggests this rain's going to keep getting stronger for at least the next 15 minutes. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Oh no, we're going 3 wide. Down the middle. We're doing alright. Oh, I think one more lap. One more lap, and then we need to pit. I don't think we're there yet, but we are definitely getting there. What we were, I mean, yeah, we're 41.1. That's still quicker than we'd be on intermediates. But the pace is definitely falling off. To the inside of Hajar, wonderful. So effectively now from that spin, I've lost 1 spot to Albon. That is it.
Tyre situation's an interesting one.
Vatar, thank you for the follow.
Call is to stick with what we've got for now. Weather's changing
Oh, there you
now,
go,
might
immediately.
wanna review our
I was
strategy.
literally about to say, Mark normally says that right when it's time to switch.
Okay.
I mean, look at that Albon, though. He's got nothing up the hill. Oh, I wanted to have a look. Couldn't do it, though. Yeah, now everybody is crawling around the circuit. Whoa. I mean, we've taken almost 2 seconds out of Max already this lap. And now, obviously, with the fresher tyres, we've got a huge grip advantage.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on the distance to the speed limit line. As you
On
approach.
one of the
Make sure
Ferraris
you
and
don't
one of the
speed.
McLarens is going to get screwed over as well from this. So we are back to where we were before the spin. This has not ended up costing us too much, hopefully. But yeah, the AI are really struggling. We're definitely boxing now, though. Box pit confirm.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
On to a fresh set of the intermediates that will hopefully see us through to the end of the race. Will everybody in front pit? Lando's staying out! Oscar's staying out. What are the AI doing? Ferrari are in. Verstappen's in. McLaren have bottled it just like they did in Qatar IRL. Can we do a Sebastian Vettel into the pit lane? No. The AI brake at the right time there.
Okay,
So one of the Ferraris is going to get held.
Just focus on this pit stop.
I cannot believe McLaren have opted to stay out. That's insane.
Gabriel coming in.
Utterly insane. We're going on to intermediates. It is definitely not time for full wets. Go. We jump Max. We jump Verstappen. Good work, team. Fair play. So we're now up into a net podium. And especially if the McLarens keep losing time, we might be in the lead. Out of nowhere in this race. I've got to try and hope that we can keep pulling away from Max. But I think obviously now everybody's back on the same tyres. That's going to be quite difficult. But we jumped both Ferraris. I think they both got held up through some slower traffic coming through the pit lane. But the real question is, what will the McLaren speed be like? What will their pace hold up like on this lap? Surely they're going to be losing plenty of time. And could we go from basically the back of the field a handful of laps ago all the way to P1? We missed out on a victory here last season thanks to a mechanical failure. We won last season out in Australia. Could we see the reverse this time round? We'll have to wait and see. Come on, get the power down. Max still seems to be quick, but we're pulling away from Lewis. Have got to think about that penalty as well, though. How will that affect things towards the end? Oh, come on. Has DRS even been disabled yet? I think it might have been when we were in the pit lane. Whoa. Easy. Yeah, Max has still got way too much grip. Some water inside the casing. Please, no. One of the McLarens is staying out again! What is Oscar doing, man? He's completely throwing this away. I will be intrigued, though. There's DRS disabled. I mean, yeah, surely Lando's getting undercut as well.
Disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled.
Surely Lando's getting undercut. He might not. I think Lando might have just about done enough there. Is he? There he is. So Verstappen's going to be right with him by the time we get into turn 1. But Norris then still out in what will effectively be the race lead. But now all three of us line astern. Albon's in a very good spot still. But obviously without DRS now, it effectively just becomes a battle of raw pace and confidence in these changing conditions. But Oscar Piastri, winner of the sprint race yesterday, he is in huge trouble today. And obviously if that rain keeps getting heavier, the AI might go full wets. I know it is not worth it. I know the full wets are not worth it on this game. I mean, look at that. Down the inside of Max up through the top of the circuit, he's understeered. And we're back up then into P2. We've still got some speed in this car. In the intermediate conditions, just like we saw in qualifying, this Audi seems to come alive. Come on. Yeah, McLaren are now Ferrari in this series. But we've just got good grip at the moment. The AI are really struggling. And we seem to be able to keep it quite planted. I mean, Oscar's only down at the end of the straight. We're definitely going to be out ahead of him. But yeah, Max is just quick around half the lap and then struggles around the other half. But what on earth are McLaren doing with Piastri now? Oh no, I've drifted. I've drifted around the outside of Max. Yeah, the AI, at some of the slower speed traction zones, the AI have got nothing. So, Oscar into the pit lane then.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just
10 laps remaining, and we are up then into second spot, which I believe is the highest we've ran since since effectively turn 1 in the sprint race. But are we now suddenly in the fight for victory? I mean, look at that through 1. How much we can gain on Lando Norris. We might be able to get ahead of him on the road. But the real question will be is, can we build up a 3-second gap because of the penalty? I might have to try and dive him down at the hairpin and then see what kind of speed we've got. Looks like Oscar's come out towards the bottom of the top 10, but... Oh, I thought that was a second penalty then. I don't know how many more warnings I've got, but into the lead of the Grand Prix we've got. Accidentally trimmed the apex of that corner again, but hopefully now we can run away, build up this gap, and pray that we don't get another penalty as well. Otherwise, that will be any hopes of the race win completely shattered Come on, keep it clean, keep it tidy. We can definitely get away from the AI. We're pulling away from Lewis. I'm pulling away from Alex. I can't do that, though. That's not ideal. Oh, come on. I mean, it's just out of here we lose loads. I'm so sorry I haven't been reading chat much. This has just ended up going absolutely crazy. This is a mod for the Audi. Creator Series started last weekend. Oh, Max getting the elbows out with Lando. This is good news for us. Hopefully those two will squabble. And we can run away. I mean, like I said, if the AI pits are full wets, that is GG for them. We are Nico Hulkenberg. Whoa. Yeah, Sauber and a Williams in the top 5. Who would have thought that was happen just a handful of years ago? I think Max just still might have enough grip. But it is so important now that I keep nailing my own exits.
Okay, Nico. Tyres are wearing at quite a rate here, mate.
Are
Please
they?
try and look after them.
Okay, Mark, don't know what you're worried about. I'm certainly not. It's out of the really slow speed stuff we can gain a bit. But I want a podium here at the very least. I mean, yeah, we just gain loads of time in certain spots and then lose it in others. It's really tricky. Yeah, we are in P1. Out of nowhere in this race. We were last about 10 laps ago. So we are trying to cook. But I think Verstappen is the only one that has got anywhere near enough speed to keep up with us. And when we've already got Lando out, almost out of the 3-second range immediately. This is just where we lose loads of time, though. I cannot do anything against them down the back straight. I tend to normally pick up one penalty at Grand Prix. That's my only problem. I am definitely getting better at track limits, but I still seem to get one a race, usually. 1 or 2. Before I inevitably get a second one. Yeah, there's nothing if we get a mechanical failure now, I will be devastated. The way we've driven today, much, much better than Australia. A lot more patient. We did make one big error. But luckily that hasn't seemingly costed us too much. So I want to get this car to the flag. Oh, see, yeah, I think we've got the pace over everybody. It's just Max who seems to be keeping up. Everybody else we are scampering away from. But it might well be that the Dutchman just has to follow us home. Unless I can just find a few more tenths a lap on him. Hey, look up through there. We gain loads on that run up the hill. And then just lose most of it again. Come on, 1.3. That's better. This is going to be a Herculean push right to the finish. We just have to be inch perfect. Oh, I need third gear on the exit there, just to avoid the wheel spin. But obviously, yeah, that's one corner where the AI just can get the power down. We can't do anything against that. Yeah, Max, just like IRL, is so good in the rain. See, sometimes you hear them just get a little bit of wheel spin. Like at that final corner. Oh, no. Don't get a warning. Just abandon. Abandon the circuit if you're running wide there. It's the best way to avoid a warning. It's so stupid, but it works. Oh, the understeer, man. Come on. I mean, we've got the gap over Lando, sorry, I should say. Like, it is just between Max and I now. But it's that horrible thing of you need to keep pushing, but you also don't want to push too hard and make a mistake. Again, we get that gap up to 1.5 up through there, and then he just brings it back down again periodically. Where can I find more time around this circuit? Don't know. We can attack that curb a little bit more. I guess that works. The annoying thing as well is we'll probably need about 4 seconds by the time we get out of that hairpin earlier on in the lap, because Max just takes so much out of us through the second half. The camera settings I use is completely default in-game. If you're on about like my face cam, it is a Sony A6400 plugged into an Elgato Camlink Pro. See, again, we get the gap up to 1.2 at that final corner. We just need a few more tenths. We need like 3 tenths a lap on Max. That's not impossible if we nail it round here. It's one of those horrible races where it's just a battle of the stopwatch right towards the end. We're just trying to use ERS in all the right places without wasting any. And just trying to drive the car on a knife edge. I mean, there we go. We put 3 tenths on in that time round. Up to the hairpin. We've literally gone from all the drama on track to now I'm having to sweat this out towards the end to get the gap. This is why I love this career mode. It is so difficult. And just when you get these little glimmers of hope. I mean, it is literally Max and I are romping away from everybody else. No one can hold a candle to our speed towards the end. But Max just seems to have enough against us. We've got Knowing Wheel out today. I've got a NASCAR video out today. I might have an iRacing one out this evening. But no F1 career mode videos out today. They're back tomorrow. Although, hopefully this evening channel members will get access to the Haas Road to Glory from Monaco. Oh, come on. Come on, nice and easy. Look at that, 1.7. We need 1.3 more seconds over Max.
See your teammate behind, 27.6 seconds.
Almost half a minute over Bortoletto again. Crazy how quick things have just turned again in this race. Oh, come on, nose in. Oh, don't do that. That's bad. You cannot get those little flicks of oversteer. They don't feel like much, but they can cost you so much momentum. Imagine Max got a mechanical failure now. How nuts would that be if Verstappen broke down? Trying to downshift to 5th gear there just to avoid getting the wheel spin up through the top of the circuit. Oh. Come on. So much wheel spin on the exit. You gotta be so careful with it. And then trying to get the car rotated into there is horrible. I mean, out of here, there's nothing we can do. Max will every single time be quicker out of there. I can short shift, I can try and rev it, I can do anything. My actual wheel is about £300. Just for the steering wheel. Come on. What's the gap?
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Hamilton's moving on up as well. I think, yeah, Hamilton and Norris are having a battle. Right, come on, that gap's almost 2. 4 more laps to go. I need about, well, still it's 3 tenths a lap. We are pretty much pulling away from Verstappen at the perfect rate. but no more. I'm not kind of giving myself any extra buffer, anything to lean on this final lap. It feels like we're trying to do qualifying laps to the finish. I've just got to keep getting the power down as early as I can, gain the time where we do, and try not to lose as much through the bits where we can. Come on, no wheel spin, no wheel spin. Cycle up the hill. Oh, we got yellows. That's the other Haas car, that's Behrman. So Haas are going to have an absolute stinker then of a race. Neither car is going to see the checkered flag down at Haas. So they will be disappointed with that one then. He's not retired though yet. There you go. So yeah, Behrman out of it as well, alongside his teammate. That could help. That might help, that might screw us. I think that helps because it's at the bit of the circuit where Max is OP.
Okay, slow down, slow down.
I've just got to make sure I nail the delta on the restart.
Reduce your pace. Okay, we've got to focus on the VSC delta. Forget the old objective.
I mean, in theory, a VSC on the very last lap would be wonderful. I guess it means we can charge up the battery as well. But effectively, yeah, at the moment, we don't lose anything to Max out of that corner.
The weather's turning. We think it's time to
Oh,
box
no.
now.
Wait, that might be great. If the AI go to full wets, we might absolutely coast this one home. Please don't say the AI gone full wets. I want to see what happens between Max and I. Is Verstappen going to pit chat? Let's wait and see. The intermediates are hanging on fine, but the rain is definitely getting heavier. I don't want to gamble it. Verstappen's not gambling it either. Okay.
Okay, safety car
What?
deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Watch
No!
the delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
Why?
You've got to
No!
keep that position back, mate.
A
We're on the
one-lap safety car, that's
and you can't
awful.
overtake. Return the position.
That's as late as we can get a safety car in this game. I've never had that before. That is the last possible moment a safety car can be deployed. I cannot believe it. Why did they take so long to decide? I cannot believe that. That's so bad. Verstappen's won unless he pits.
Stay behind the safety car.
I cannot believe this. 2 laps from home. And a safety car has finally been called. We can definitely still get points. We'll be able to gap everybody. But I think Verstappen will have enough to keep up. I don't know what Lewis's speed will be like. Like I said, some of the AI might go full wet. I think one of the Alpines span. But Michael Massey is back. I mean, to be fair, most of the AI won't even catch up. Because I believe the safety car will have to come in this lap. It cannot stay out in the final 2 laps. So had we jumped it into turn 1, it might have been okay. But I'm pretty certain it will have to come in now. Yep, there you go. So a load of AI won't even catch it. Most of the AI won't catch it. Right, we've just got to try and go as early as we can. Effectively, I want to try and keep up with the safety car. Because it means that less cars can catch us. And that could be critical. I've got my foot to the floor, chat. It won't show it on the telemetry. But I've got my foot to the floor. Verstappen's not keeping up. I'm going to try and use some battery as well to see if it helps. We're pulling away from Max. This is the dumbest end to a race I've ever seen.
In the pits changing over to full wets. Come in and change your tyres if you need to.
I've caught the safety car. Oh, don't get done for corner cutting. It's so horrible with the Delta. We're pulling away from Max. What is happening? I've got 3 seconds over the Dutchman. No, he's catching up again. Damn it. Right, at the final corner, go. Is he pitting? No, they're not pitting. What is that? We almost had 3 seconds on the Dutchman. It's only going to be a second. No one wants to pit late on. Surely we can't go a second a lap faster on the final 2 laps here. I mean, the tyres now do not feel great. There is no grip left on them, but everybody's basically in the same boat. It's not worth pitting unless everybody else does. So we've just got to try and limp this car around. One final lap of this Grand Prix. Let's see what speed we've got. Obviously, the Delta fluctuates loads under the safety car because obviously everybody's driving slower than they would normally. But, I mean, we've got that gap immediately up to 1.5. Oh, it's so bad. There is such little grip. I don't believe anybody else has pit, though. But we are pulling away from Verstappen. Surely we can't do this. Surely with everything that's happened towards the end of this race, we cannot do this. This has got to be one of the craziest ends to a Grand Prix I've ever had on F1 25.
This heavy rain will be with us for a while now.
Oh, the Dutchman gained a lot through there. Come on. Oh, this is going to be where he gains loads on us. We cannot do anything through these corners. Max is going to be all over us. Oh, it's so slippy. Yeah, look at that. Half a second gained out of nowhere. But we should still hopefully beat Norris. We might beat Lewis still. There is a lot to fight for towards the end of this race. Like I said, unless the AI pit, which would be crazy. Oh, there's just no grip down. Trying to avoid the wheel spin as best as possible, but sometimes you just got to deal with it. Norris is really struggling. He's going nowhere towards the end. But one more lap to go with the Chinese Grand Prix. We need 0.3 of a second over Lewis Hamilton. 1.5 seconds over Verstappen, I think, is unlikely. But we could definitely still get P2 here. And once again, it looks like penalties might be what makes the ultimate difference. Come the end of a Grand Prix. Avoid the wheel spin. Avoid. Come on, we've got to get back on that dry line. We've got the gap up over 2 again to Max. We've got to try and get it up over 3 if I want to win this race. Oh, come on. Trying to keep the car on the dry line. Just get it planted. Get the power down nice and tidy. Oh, I did not meet the apex there. That's bad, and we're all out over the wet stuff. I mean, it's all super, super wet at the moment. But we are just trying to dance this Audi through the final few corners here. Last year, it was an engine failure that cost us a shot of the victory against Verstappen. It was my only engine failure of the entire campaign. This time round, though, it looks like still the penalties that cost us last season are still making a bit of a difference. Try and get, so much wheel spin there. Gather up the car, don't loop it round. If we have to take a second, we have to take a second place. But it's only been Verstappen that has been able to match us towards the end of the afternoon. The Dutchman is going to be way too close. Hamilton, he might still be close enough to snatch P2 away from us as well, despite the fact I feel like I've barely seen him in the second half of this Grand Prix. But when you factor in the front wing damage, the fact we were able to recover as well as we have towards the end, one more corner to go. It is not going to be the win in Shanghai, but it is going to be P2. Damn it!
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked a
Oh.
hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward.
I mean, it's good solid points. It's good solid points, chat. And we probably didn't deserve to be there with the mistake we made earlier on, but what a race! That was ridiculous. Absolutely
To witness
ridiculous.
such mastery of these conditions, these changeable conditions that we saw today.
We'll take it. I mean, that's still P2 in horrible weather at Shanghai in a Sauber. And, like, let's be fair, against maxed out AI, we'll take it.
From lights out to the checkered flag, each and every driver has this moment.
I mean, that was an incredible
finish.
finish.
Now it's
An
time
utterly
for their
incredible finish to the
celebrations.
afternoon.
Our podium, it awaits.
So, if you've enjoyed that one and you haven't hit follow, please do make sure you do.
Your number one, Max Verstappen.
Oh, I was sweating so much towards the end of that. Sweating so much. I thought, honestly, before that safety car, I thought we might get it. Verstappen was losing so much under the Delta. You can normally gain a few tenths on the AI. Especially because, obviously, where he was gaining a load of time, he wasn't able to. The VSC came out at pretty much the perfect moment. But Michael Massey back again, trying to help the Dutchman
After an event
out.
like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Well, there we are then. Max Verstappen, after over 100 minutes of racing here, 1 second in it, come the checkered flag. But the Dutchman claims the ultimate prize. 25 points will be going home with him. We will come through, bag our first big points of the year. So clearly, once again, we can kind of upset some of the other established organisations in this series. Hamilton will finish third ahead of Alexander Albon. Lando Norris, he'll be a bit disappointed down in P5. Barely ahead of Leclerc. Oscar Piastri with a bad strategy towards the end, still hung on for 7th. Hadjar gets points ahead of Antonelli and Fernando Alonso. Bortoletto down in P11, a little bit disappointing for him, as Behrman and Ocon, the only 2 drivers that didn't get classified come the checkered flag. What's the championship standings looking like then? Verstappen now 9 points clear of Norris. Hamilton now up to P3. I believe, yeah, no, he and Verstappen have had podiums, haven't they, in the opening 2 Grand Prix. No, Hamilton didn't get a podium, did he, in Australia? So I think Verstappen's the only driver to have 2 podiums so far. We, though, immediately leapfrog up to 4th with after a DNF in the opening race. I'm pretty happy with. Russell still ahead of Leclerc. Albon ahead of Piastri, with Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso inside your top 10. But a lot of drivers then have already got points this year. Carlos Sainz, both Haas, Colapinto, Doohan and Lawson, the only drivers yet to score. And that means Haas are the only team yet to get a point. Red Bull now 3 points clear of McLaren, a further 1 point ahead of Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship, as we are now 1 point behind Mercedes as well, so we can definitely get the jump on them in the next few races. Thank you all, though, so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon when Formula 1 returns ready for the Japanese Grand Prix. I love the fact the first message I read when I do the outro there is, "Are you doing any more?" I am shattered after that, man. That has been such a difficult race. I am shattered. Definitely not going to be doing another one now. I have no idea if the replay saved either, chat, but I hope so. I might have to double check that after the race, but what a weekend, man. That was crazy. Absolute carnage right from the get-go, but really, really enjoyable. We're beating our rivals by the look of it as well. We should have gained some decent reputation. 1200 racecraft. I lose 200 awareness, though, because of the penalties. But there we go. More progress towards trying to get Hulk to 99 rated. But yeah, thank you to everybody for stopping by at the streams. If you are heading out already, I will make sure I end these short formats before I forget as well. And we'll raid someone on Twitch before I forget. But yeah, thank you. 3.5 hours. That was a really, really long one in the end. I guess that's what happens when you run full qualifying on one of the longest sprint weekends of the season as well. We might be back tomorrow night. I don't know if I'm going to do NASCAR or whether I might do this again. So keep an eye out on the socials as well for that one. But otherwise, we'll be back Saturday night with CS, 6 PM UK time. So make sure you don't miss that as well. But yeah, I'll end the short streams there, though. Like I said, we'll find someone to raid over on Twitch. But yeah, thank you to everybody for stopping by. Like I said, hit that follow button as well if you haven't already. It would be greatly appreciated. Who is live on Twitch then, chat? Let's have a look. Anybody we recognise? Zella's live. He's on iRacing. Ben's live. He's doing career mode. I guess we'll raid Ben then, chat. If he's playing some career mode on F125, because that's something we do not see on this game. But yeah, stay safe, stay out of trouble, people. Don't do anything too stupid. Thank you to everybody for stopping by. And yeah, we will be back, like I said, tomorrow night with something. I might do NASCAR, I might do this. I'm undecided just yet. But yeah, look after yourselves. Have a good evening. Get some rest. I know I'm going to need some after that absolutely crazy weekend. And yeah, we'll be back very, very soon with more